Hardcore Chinese street massage fixes my broken ankle.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Xiaoma. We're here today in New York City, Chinatown. There's a guy right on this street over here.
How does he find these people? Hey guys, Xiaoma, NYC. There's a guy that'll massage. We know about him. Never been to him. What is he, famous in New York? He's just a guy on the road that fucking rubs people's shoulders and gives you a street massage for money? Like he knew he was going here before he went here.
Who does what may be the only street massage in New York City. Hello.
I'm back. Is he a regular?
是啊。
这是不是你老婆呢？
对啊，怎么了？
你看你那么年轻，你能有老婆吗？不，你今年超过12岁了吗？
我30，我
just insulting. Zhao Ma's 30? I was gonna say insulting him. This is your wife? I thought Zhao Ma was like 25, maybe.
30，
你太年轻，你哪有那么多人？你20岁的小，现在谈这个怎么了？要说
是问题是我几个月前我把脚扭伤了，他现在还
I sprayed my ankle a few months ago. Yeah, let's just go to a street massage guy. See if we'll fix it. I mean, that's like a 50-50 on whether or not this guy's gonna actually be genuinely good at his job or break your fucking leg.
差不多我可以跑步啊，我可以走路了，但是他还稍微有点酸痛，能动的范围不太大。
他中文讲的这么好啊？
不就是这个？你看吗？
不是这里不是是稍微这个左边一点。
放到你这儿，对，这跟左边不右边没关系，就这是个你这个经络在这里。啊，看到了啊。
I mean, we didn't even get pricing yet. Do we know how much this costs? What's the fee to get this guy to rub my feet? Like, I feel like that's a bargain prior, you know? What if this guy gives you a foot massage and then he's like, it's $150? How much would I be willing to pay for this now? Probably, I would give this guy $20. He seems like he knows what he's doing. I'd give him $20 to fucking... If I had a back problem and he was like, yeah, give me $20, I'll fix your back, I'd be like, okay. Better than going to a doctor. Side problem. This guy over here breaks your spine, gives you permanent damage. That might be an issue. Not insured. Jama's feet are really sweaty right now. Imagine. The odor's just so bad. He's like, yeah, that's good. That's good. Just fucking gagging in your seat. It's free. What's free? It's free? For free? Nah, now I'm getting a little weird. Nah. Hey, you should charge something. No. But look, I'm not saying this. I would rather, if there's a guy on the street that wants to rub my feet, I would rather him charge me $5 than him go, I'll rub your feet for free. Because then I'm like, whoa. He does look like he just wants to help people.
不要钱的，那你是怎么？
这是我说的吗？
Woo!
整个世界上说话的人多了，你要一听见有声音就是我说的话，我还能活吗？
Yeah, it hurts right here. Does that feel better? He has fractured bones. Doom, doom. All right, how they feeling now? There's no way that feels good. There's no way that feels good.
Oh my god.
See what I mean now? Yeah, all this crunching. Oh, that was parts of my bone that chipped off. Yeah, you hear that? You feel that crunching? Your tendons are really tight. Why is he moaning? Oh, you don't know Xiao Ma? No, that's normal. No, I'm used to it now. When he got an Indian head massage, and he started moaning, and the caption said it felt so good it was almost orgasmic. And he was going, I'm not even gonna do it. But yeah, that sound out of Xiao Ma is a normal. That's a normal occurrence. You're gonna get used to that. That'll be a regular noise within 3 minutes.
现在是顺的，明白了吗？这被你老婆，
不过很舒服。
他有几个老婆？
Was he just rubbing his kneecap?
我不敢肯定。
不要！
如果是哪个老婆打的，我不好说。
别瞧他。
你中午在哪里去？
And they're always so serious. Like, he seems annoyed. Xiao Ma's sitting over there having a mental breakdown, and he's just like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
北京，哎，对。你这个按摩是哪里学的？
这个可不是学，
对，
这个
天生就有嘛。
这个都是有那个师傅在的。
They learn by practicing with a master.
如果你没有各方面的这个经验的积累的话，
Well, isn't having direct experience also learning?
没法教。
Bro, he's making pain faces. I can't tell if he likes it. Do you think that feels good? If my fucking ankle hurt and you just started punching it, I would go, there's no way.
Oh my god.
Last time he bruised me and I didn't even make a sound.
我不是肌肉很厉害，他这个脚比你厉害。
是这个是你按的吗？
是我按的。
That can't be good.
刚才那嘎哒嘎哒，现在有吗？你明白了吗？
And you know that sound you were making before? Yeah, quit it with that shit. Or else people aren't going to want to rub your fucking feet. Okay? You start making weird noises like that.
刚才在按你的时候，这里有嘎哒嘎哒的，我现在还有吗？没有嘎哒，没有了。我告诉你。 我今年我要准备回去了，回去了以后，我在上海永远是第一。
上海永远是第一。你在纽约也是第一啊。
Bro, I feel like he's the aftermath. He's like, we do a flash forward a day later, and Xiao Ma's showing his foot, and he takes it out of the sock, and it's just like a big red lump. He's like, I think all the bones are broken in my foot. I don't really know what to do. It's swollen.
这个有谁做这样的按摩？
这里面有比赛，这里要有比赛的话，纽约，你不管在哪个舞台上。
This guy's the LeBron James of foot massages. That's what he's saying. You put anybody up against me, hey, I'm gonna rub feet better than they can.
都可以。
You would win. Wow. Yo, the level of confidence this guy has makes me want to get a massage from him.
给中国人做跟给白人做有区别吗？
没有，
没有区别。
人是一样的，
人是一样的。
跟犹太人做，跟那个亚洲人做也一样。现在还有吗？大概都有吗？
他好像好了。
All right, Xiao-Ma, that was a stupid fucking question. There's no way. Do you think there's a difference between massaging Chinese and white people?
不是好像。 好像是没有。走走看，大步走。
啊，我要走一走。
Have a walk. Have a walk. He stands up and his foot just snaps. That would be so funny. He just crumbles. You just hear, and it just fucking peels.
大步走。 大步走，往前面走，不要跑，大步走。
Nah, he's still limping on it.
哇哦，哎，他好像真的好一点了。
怎么真的好一点？好就是好不大。完了，
哇，这个好棒哎！
要是不棒的话，我做按摩干什么？
是啊，
我就说一句话啊，我在上海1年100万。
I don't know if I believe that. I'm starting to see. I feel like this guy's getting pretty cocky with his massage capabilities. You think you make $1 million in Shanghai? You think you make $1 million massaging feet in Shanghai? I don't know about that. I don't know if anybody's making $1 million a year massaging motherfuckers.
我到纽约来就是要表演给整个世界看。
哎，你可以做肩膀吗？
The only reason he's in New York.
可以啊，
可以现在做吗？
可以啊，几分钟的事情。看好了啊。
Ooh, the old fingers. Oh, your fingers hurt? Just fucking pinches them all back, just breaks every bone. Xiao Mao just going, the whole time. All right, now move your hands. Now move your fingers. And they just like flop. Oh, I can see my increased dexterity. Yeah, that's $1 million a year right there. Those are $1 million fingers. Yeah, chat, keep a look. Get a look at that. Right there.
感到了没有？就是这个。犹太人怕的，是吧？
Yo, he getting mad.
来吧。
Fucking break his collarbone. He rips his arm off. Oh my god. Boom, boom, doof. And it's just like like an overly animated video game with just a shitload of gore. It just fucking bursts out. Oh! Stop being a baby. I need a post-game interview here. If Xiao Mao just ends the video at the end of the massage, I need him to I would need to ask him, bro, you think that was actually a good massage?
余下来的事情我做好了，余下来的事情你坚持的，不能说是我打好了就回去你就要一点不上。
你轻一点啦，万一给他弄坏了怎么办呢？
轻了不等于白打。
也是。
The wife is asking this guy to be lighter.
白打我还不如不打，不打我还能搂一下。站起来，
站起来。
你看好了，手举起来，这么摇，啊对，摇20下，晚上摇1次，白天摇1次。他就天天这么摇，永远不会走。
那确实是要钱的吗？这多少钱？
美国不需要钱，你到美国来干？当然需要钱。
啊，多少？
不是我要多少，你给100万，你给我，还多少？
I'd give him. How much do you giving him? I feel like he gonna be offended for anything other than like $50.
能够面子上过得去就行了，你说对不对？中国人讲，这个是叫过得去，平常日子过了就过了。谢谢。
哎，那不用谢了呀。
Is that a 20?
下次我也要过来。
Oh, it's 40.
You like him? Been good? Yeah, that's a cool camera. What is that? 你知道吗？没有人在纽约这么按摩，没有这个，除了你以外。
除了要是有人的话。
Does he have to like pay to be here? No, right? I never understand that. He probably has to have like a performer's license of sorts. I would just worry in his point of view as like insurance. I don't know, because theoretically, you could go to this guy, give him $40. He fucking gives you a massage. And then I could just say he broke my fucking arm. Like, he's not a company. He's just a dude that's like rubbing people's shoulders.
还有我吗？
对，没有，你是唯一的，真的。Holy shit! All right，好，谢谢，拜拜。I'm a little bit traumatized right now, guys. I'll see you all next.
Oh, that's why he says it's free. Oh my God. No, he doesn't need a license. That's why he says it's free, because he knows people will tip him. He doesn't get in trouble or not have a license. Wow. So he just says he's giving people massages as a friendly manner, and it's like, all right, pay me. But if he charges them, then he has to be a legitimate business and have to have a license.
Next time for the next video, hopefully, if there is a next video. I don't even know. Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, there's definitely not going to be another one. What the fuck are the comments going to say? The key is to destroy the nerve ending so you don't feel anything. I'm an American massage therapist, and watching this guy work is amazing. He's hitting all the attachment sites directly, making look effortless. That's some real skill right there. You can't fake that. I don't know about that. Is that a rage bait? Is that serious? All right. We're gonna save this other video for Sunday. We're gonna watch a short one. "11-year-old's prank ends in a felony charge." What prank could they have pulled that got them a felony charge at 11 years old? Do you think they killed somebody by accident?
Text message from someone saying they were behind a car. Their friend was kidnapped from a Chick-fil-A in Palm Coast, and they were on the interstate behind
Oh, they prank called the police.
the car.
Everything on your phone is telling me that you made a phone call 911.
But I didn't talk.
Because you did something stupid.
Valid crash out from the father. Valid crash out from the dad there. You know, normally if it was like a prank call to a pizza place, I'd be like, you know, that's a little different. Valid bug out there.
On July 26, 2023, dispatchers in Volusia County receive urgent 911 text from a driver who claims to be following an armed kidnapper's van on the interstate. When they trace the phone, however, they learn the messages are coming from a residence in Port Orange, turning a plea for help into an unexpected lesson in consequences.
I'm telling
Yo, they arrested her? Nah. Oh my God. Bro, do you think she had a there's no way she served time. They probably did this as like a thing, like a stunt, and then released her. There's no way.
you this right now. You're going to take this as a lesson at 11 years old that if you do something stupid in the future, you're going to enjoy those cuffs.
I'm not gonna do this again.
The following report
Bro, do you think her friend got her to do it? That's like, dude. I would stop being friends if like your friend peer pressured you to do it.
is based on official police records, and the footage has mostly never been seen before until now. It's just after 9:45 a.m. when 911 begins receiving texts. She claims to be following a kidnapper's van on the interstate, and updates are still pouring in. Volusia County deputies, multiple area police departments, and a helicopter join the urgent
Bro, they got a heli.
search. When they fail to locate the van, a deputy tries calling the phone number that's been sending the text messages.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hi. Is this what's your name? Can you hear me? Hello? I'm trying to reach the person that called 911.
She didn't think they'd actually call him back. Oh, fuck. Send her to Alcatraz? No, that ain't gonna help. Bro, you remember Beyond Scared Straight? That shit, like, doesn't work. Isn't that, like, a proven thing that it did not work at all? Like, they did, not like a test group, but statistically, like, showing a kid prison and being like, this is how bad it is, isn't gonna change them. I mean, she's also just a dumb kid. You know what I mean? It's different from, like, her actively, like, selling drugs or something. Like, most of the kids on Beyond Scared Straight got arrested for, like, assault and robbery. She's just, like, making a very stupid prank call.
It says, RP confirming they are in a blue Jeep. Victim is in a white van. They can see they are being restrained through the windows. At the turnaround?
A new text message comes through, including a detailed description of the suspect, who's described as having brown
This looks like fucking random code shit. I can't even. What is this?
Brown hair and blue eyes.
How is she behind him? She's seeing this happen and she knows what color eyes he has. That's weird. Brown hair and blue eyes, but she's behind him. Like maybe she was like saw the incident or saw witnessed the kidnapping, or I mean, like how would you even be following them and know any of this? Yeah, RP confirming they were in a blue Jeep, victim in a white van. Of course, it's a white van. Like it just. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm not saying this by any means, but it's just. Yeah. I've had calls like this before.
Their suspicions about the text
You think they took her phone? The parents?
messages are all but confirmed when a GPS trace on the phone comes back to a resident,
Yeah, probably for like 2 years, dude.
indicating the texter is not traveling on the highway as they claimed. Deputies quickly head to the residence to investigate.
Hey there, how you doing? Is this your...
Dude, I remember I used to have the first phone I ever had. What was the first phone you guys ever had? Oh, God. This is going to make me sound like an unk. I already know you guys are going to be like, oh, the iPhone 8 or some shit. First phone I ever had, this is when I was like 6. It was like, it wasn't even really a phone. It was a little green... It was a phone. It was a little green thing. It only had 5 numbers on it. The middle was the police, and then it was like 4 numbers that you had to have pre-programmed. And it was just, like, I had it on me for emergencies, right? And I remember whenever I'd have the phone, I'd be staring at that shit, and I'd be like, dude, what if I accidentally press that red button? So nervous about it all the time.
Resident, sir?
This is.
Do you have a daughter or a child at the home named...
It was a leapfrog. I don't know what it was. Oh my God. Yo, this is the phone that I had. I didn't think it would be that easy to find. I've never looked this up. This is the phone, right? And then I remember, dude, why is that button so fucking big? I was always so scared I'd press that shit. And it was like literally like, it was like this small. Like it would barely even cover your, like it wouldn't even fit. You could close your whole palm around it and nobody would know you had a phone. And then the second one I had was a slide phone with keyboard, but it was a vertical slide phone like this. This was the second phone I had, and I remember I was in middle school. I was probably in like 5th or 6th grade. I was probably in 5th grade. Actually, it might have been 4th grade, so elementary school. And I would text my friend on it, and he had an iPhone, and he would respond. I've said this before. He would respond so fast. Mine actually wasn't even like this. This has a full keyboard. Mine was like A, B, and C were on 1, and then D, E, F were on 2, and you had to press it like 3 times to get over to it. Oh, it was fucking terrible. But that's where shorthand text, like, got invented. That's why people would type LOL and shit, because it would take so long to be like, that's hilarious.
By Lily Lee?
No.
No?
Anybody home? Yeah, my wife, my kids. We just got home from,
I had a landline. Y'all ever use a rotary phone? Remember my grandparents had one of those. The ones where it would be a hand crank and you would go,
Pennsylvania.
It would literally take 30 minutes. Not 30 minutes. It would take like a minute to dial a phone number.
I have an Ava and a Mikey.
Ava and a Mikey?
Yep. Would you like to see them?
The deputies follow him to his house, where he informs his wife what's going on.
There was a 911 call?
Yeah, so somebody called in, or, well, they texted.
Sorry, I'm in my pajamas.
No, it's fine.
You're fine.
Someone texted into 911 that someone was getting kidnapped and they were on the interstate, but then when they went and did like a location on the phone, the address was showing up here.
As their daughter Ava steps into the garage, her phone rings.
Bro, oh fuck. Oh my God.
The deputy answers it, leading to a shocking conclusion.
Hello? Hold on. Who's this?
Volusia County Sheriff's Office.
All right, cool. This is Deputy Asby, the Sheriff's Office.
Oh, good. You got her.
Yep. All right.
Oh, okay. Is her dad home?
Yep. I got both her parents here.
Yeah, we're going to ask the sheriff to go away in a second.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
They turn to the girl. Now we have to cut your hands off. Oh my God. Imagine that. Dude, she'd be like, it's a part of the rule. You like flash a book. You're like, oh, hold him out.
What happened? I'm so...
Let me see this phone.
Yeah, so all these other numbers, so there's a phone call out to 911.
There's a phone call out to
Yeah.
that one? What time?
That's her
There's one
call.
right
That's
here.
her calling it.
There's 911 again right there.
This phone was called.
These numbers calling back in are no caller ID.
You did.
Well, there's 3 different times of 911 was called out from this phone.
9:30 a.m.
Yep.
That was the initial.
At 9:30 in the morning, bro, rolling out of bed doing this shit. I thought it would have been like fucking like not nighttime, but like noon, 9 in the morning. I don't know why that's shocking to me. I don't know. That just seems weird to do it at 9 in the morning.
I didn't mean to call that because I.
Probably got dared. Dude, that sucks.
But you did.
Reports show that the number belonging to Ava dialed 911 at 9:30. When asked where the emergency is, a female identified as possibly a juvenile responded, "I'm sorry, I dialed the wrong number." The same phone number.
Dialed the wrong number. Most numbers are like however many digits.
Would later begin texting 911 to report the kidnapping.
When did, I'm just so confused, I'm sorry. When did you got a message about an interstate?
So there was a text message from someone saying they were behind a car.
Could I call this
Who
back?
was kidnapped.
That's
Their friend was kidnapped from a Chick-fil-A in Palm Coast, and they were on the interstate behind the car.
What time is this?
This
Today?
is like, yeah, this is today. This
Oh,
is
we
actively
got
going on
home
right
at
now.
2:30 in the morning.
Okay.
So we were here the whole time since 2:30. We were on the interstate coming home
Ava,
from.
everything's showing
Hence
that
I don't think she's understanding what's happening. I think she's thinking that the police are insinuating that like they were a part of some sort of like kidnapping situation. Like she's like, he understands what's going on. He's like, my daughter prank called them. She's like, well, no, we were on the interstate at like 3.
Pennsylvania.
Right.
Bro, no clue. Literally, like, what?
called out.
We showed up here like 2:10, 2:15.
Okay.
And we went to bed.
But these 911 calls
For this
out.
morning. You were calling 911?
Oh, now she's getting it. Now she's getting it.
Don't look surprised. You did. You
Did
did
you?
it on your phone.
Did they say anything to you? No one said anything to you?
Oh my God, he putting the fear of God into her. Nah, that look, bro. Look at their faces. Oh my God, this is like this when you're like, 8 years old. You got one of your parents looking at you like this. You're like, oh fuck, oh fuck. I think I'm gonna die.
Did you say, Ava, you have to explain what happened here. Something's going on. What did you know? What
Oh, he's trying not to crash out.
you know?
Mikey, go inside. Ava, get your shoes on. Come out here.
I didn't hit him.
Wow, so calm, so calm.
Want me to close the door? I just hit.
You're not in trouble. We just need to know what happened.
Yo, being Mikey right now, so clutch. Being Mikey right now, Mikey's like, oh, fuck. Oh, shit, something's going down. He just boots up. See, this is right. You boot up the Wii. They don't probably have a Wii. This motherfucker's probably playing on like a Xbox Series X, PS5.
Trouble. We just need to know what happened.
Remember those days, dude? Booting up a Wii. Start playing PS2. Crash Bandicoot. You hear them fucking grilling her.
I need to know and understand because this is like weird.
Because we got to make sure that there's not somebody that's being kidnapped on the interstate. We're trying to find them. And all of
Open
a
your
sudden-
mouth if you said something on the phone.
I didn't say anything,
Everything on your
No.
phone is telling me that you made a phone call on 911.
but I didn't talk.
Imagine she's like, I need a lawyer.
While one deputy heads to her cruiser, she greets officers from the Port Orange Police Department who have just arrived at the scene.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh, I was just trying to make heads and tails of that damn call. There's
Where's-
so many notes in it, my God.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out. We're with the parents and the daughter, and I guess
Okay.
the daughter did have. We pulled
Where is Volusia County?
up the call log, and
Is that Florida?
she did call 911.
He probably said in the beginning. I wasn't fucking paying attention.
So the whole armed kidnapping thing and all that stuff is bogus, or?
There was no text evidence when we looked through it, so I don't know if she
Oh, that's Texas? That's not Texas, bro.
deleted it real quick or if it's like through an app.
This don't look like Texas.
Yeah, it seems
I play GeoGuessr, buddy, okay?
it's probably just this wedding thing. She's like 10 years old, so
Wow, okay.
yeah.
While Ava's parents demand an explanation, deputies prepare to Mirandize the 11-year-old, who has yet to
Red Sand? Yeah, Red Sand? Are we in Brazil?
You just lied to the police and mommy and daddy. You just lied to everybody.
You have 3 sheriffs here for stupidity.
Tell them what you just said to us.
Open your mouth. I'm telling you, open your mouth.
She's gonna read you something.
And then we're going to ask you some questions. What's your name?
Are they about to read her Miranda rights?
Ava. How old are you, Ava?
All right, Miss Ava, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions and to have
She ain't understand that shit, bro. No point in telling her that. I like
the lawyer present during any questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you.
She's in like 3rd grade.
Before my questioning, if you wish.
We're reading her rights. Because you did something stupid.
Right.
Let me explain something here, okay? You can cry about this. What you've done here is a felony, okay? It's a felony crime, and you probably had...
She makes a break for it. Oh, my God.
20 law enforcement officers.
Full dash.
At least. A helicopter, and all running with lights and siren on high speed to try to apprehend or try to stop a serious forcible felony from happening. Do you know what happens if one of those officers crashes and gets killed on the way to responding to something?
Would she get charged with that? Like, how does that work for somebody that's like literally 10 years old? Yeah, but she would probably just have to go to juvie until she was 18. Somebody said she's reaching. I see her hand. Stop.
So, yeah.
Oh my God, if they tased her, that would be fucking crazy. That wouldn't even be funny. I would be in shock if he was like, she's resisting. Like, it's like not a 10-year-old that you could just be like, dude, stop.
Better take this serious.
Under pressure from both her father and the deputy, Ava offers an excuse for her actions, which doesn't sit well with the deputy.
Ava, you need to tell the exact truth. I don't want a story. I don't care what it is. I want the exact truth.
You can't make this go away by being quiet. The only thing that's going to happen to you is you're going to end up in a pair of handcuffs going to our juvenile facility. I'm not going to mince any words with you. That's a very distinct possibility of what can happen here today. Don't look at your mother.
I can tell he's trying to be nice, though. Right? I can tell he's trying to be nice because he's recognizing that it's like somebody being stupid. Because at the end of the day, yeah, I will say the one thing is a lot of cops are more lenient on people that are younger. Like when you're a teenager. Normally it's when you're a teenager. This is a rare use case of she's like 10 years old, bro. But still, it's like the recognition of like, you know, you're being a dumbass.
She didn't have any part in this. This was all you.
Yesterday, my brother said something that I know just made me talk in the
I like intrusive thoughts.
Doing today and doing all this.
Was he part of planning this with you?
Yo, just full shift the blame to Mikey. Oh my God. Mikey's on the game right now. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, it's Mikey. It was his idea. Mikey's like 5. Mikey's in diapers. He can't walk.
No, he just said it. And
what did he say?
He said, what's 911?
This is your brother?
Yeah, he said it this way.
You want to get him?
Well, we can, when we're done, will you wait a minute?
And then I said, no, you can't. I haven't feel this morning. And then I just...
So you're trying to blame this on your brother?
You could ask him.
Was he with you when you made this?
Brothers, no way. What grade are you in when you're 7? He's in like 1st grade. Or like he's like that's not kindergarten. Oh, that's 2nd grade, yeah.
No.
Okay, was he with you when you made these texts?
No.
Okay, then you did this. You were on your own for this. And if your brother's 7 years old, you're not going to blame your 7-year-old brother for this. This was all your...
Yeah, because she's old enough to be dumb. She's old enough to be dumb enough to do that. I don't think Mikey would even understand how to go about doing this. Like, Mikey can't come up with a story.
Okay.
To call 911 to do what? What did he say to call 911?
Just call 911.
So can I ask?
What if he told you to go up on the roof and jump off the roof?
Oh God, I hate when people say that though. No. See, no, that's. Oh, if your friend jumped off a bridge, would you jump off the bridge with him? Like everybody's heard that shit. Oh, you're just going to copy your fucking friend now? Oh, my God.
Deputies will soon discover the startling truth behind Ava's fabricated story.
So they said startling truth. She was stupid and called the cops for fun. Like, that's what she did.
Questions about her intentions lead to a harsh reality check from the deputy, who forces Ava to consider the possible consequences of the false report.
What were you planning on happening out of this?
Literally nothing. Literally nothing. Just going on about her day after.
Well, what did you think was going to...
Bro, I never did this shit, but I remember when I was like, I said this, when I was like 8, I was in Florida, and there's a lot of shark attacks there, and I swear to God, I was like 7, 8 years old, and I went, there's a shark in the water, as loud as I could, and I got grilled, bro. I'm so serious. I don't know. I thought it would just be fun. Because, like, in my head, I was like, there's obviously no shark in the water. Right? But to everybody else, you know, they're not me. But I didn't know that. So I was like, yeah, I'm 7 years old. I'm just going to be like, hey, there's a shark in the water. Bro, I didn't talk the rest of the day. I remember getting grilled so bad. I was just sitting there like that 1,000-yard stare, just like. Literally, in my mind going, fuck, dude, that was so stupid.
What did you think was going to happen? Well, did you have any thoughts about how much of the law enforcement resources in this area you were going to take up by doing that? I probably never thought of that, right? Did you think of the men and women that have families at home that are driving 90 or 100 miles an hour with their lights and siren on, trying to save somebody who's a victim of an armed kidnapping, that they could be involved in a traffic crash and be seriously injured or killed?
And then this is where Sam Pepper steps in and then does one of the old YouTube prank videos. They do a fake kidnapping.
Because you wanted to make a joke? Does that seem funny to you? Would that be funny if that happened? Because I can tell you that would be even more serious than what you're looking at right now.
You physically see your father walk up to sheriffs, military, everybody, thank you for your service. And then you do like this?
Though it wasn't captured on camera, reports state that Ava admitted to getting the idea to prank 911 from a YouTube challenge.
What fucking YouTubers is she watching, bro? That's a YouTube challenge. What YouTubers are doing that? I'm not doubting that she's telling the truth there, because there are some crazy-ass YouTubers. But, like, that's not... What the fuck? Sam Pepper? Stop. No. Sam Pepper didn't do that. Sam Pepper just did, like, dumb, like, fucking fake kidnapping pranks.
So it was a video about the Palm Coast Chick-fil-A. That's it. That's all the video was about? Gotcha. So, yep. So you saw a video that somebody made about how fun it would be to
Oh my God. I'm like actually understanding now why YouTube age restricts some of my videos. Because you know how I'll just randomly like pan out stupid hypotheticals and it's like clearly a joke? There could be like a 10-year-old that just doesn't think it's a joke. And it's just like so like monotone. Oh yeah. Like taking notes.
Call 911 or text 911 and say if somebody's got a gun, somebody's trying to get hurt. You thought it'd be fun to recreate that. Is that what you're telling me?
Like the dead possum? No, that's not a joke though. That would be fucking hilarious. No, I'm still so serious. If somebody walked into a nightclub with a dead possum in their coat jacket that they picked up off of like roadkill, and then on a bass drop just threw it into the air and it landed on the dance floor, that would be so funny. That would be, I don't know why I think that would be so funny. It would just, dude, it would be like an instant room clear. Everybody would be, and it would just be confusion. Everybody would be bewildered because everybody's drunk. The last thing you're expecting to see in a nightclub on like the 10th floor of a building in like a casino is just like a dead possum from the woods just on the floor. You'd be like, what the fuck? It would literally just be pure confusion.
However, Ava is about to realize an apology won't be enough to escape the consequences.
Test it out. Yeah, problem. I don't think you would be able to sneak a dead possum into a nightclub.
Meanwhile, one deputy reveals that he was able to reach Ava by phone just before their arrival and got a less than friendly response from the young girl.
27 minutes, she lied to the dispatcher. I'll take her over text, and then when I caught her up, she told me to F myself and stop responding.
No, wait, the 10-year-old said that?
Like, got her caught up. Like, hey, you know what's up? The jig's up.
That's when she started deleting more text messages.
Based on Ava's statements, deputies decide there's enough probable cause to arrest Ava and prepare to take the 11-year-old into custody.
No fucking way.
Here, Amanda. Here, stop. Hey. Stop.
I'm just saying it. She can't sit in a dentist's office, so that's why I'm saying it.
Deep breath.
I'm not ready for those temper tantrums when I'm a parent one day. That noise is so upsetting to me. She's resisting. Chat, stop. What's crazy though is any other cop body cam video, they would have tased her. Like immediately would have been like, "You're resisting," and they would have gone and fucking face planted on the ground. They would have just jumped on top of him. No, dude, I'm gonna have to like literally dissociate when I hear that noise.
Listen carefully. Don't make this.
She's gonna come out there. No, she'll be out there.
They're not actually gonna keep her in jail, bro. Imagine she hits the craziest line we see in every cop body cam video. Wait! Moment of clarity. Could I hit a vape? Real quick, do you have a vape? Wait! Do you have a cigarette?
So stop.
I'd be like, what?
Listen to me. What's your Ava? Ava, stop struggling, okay? They're not going to hurt you. Yeah, they're not going to hurt you. No one's going to hurt you. You're going to sit in the car for now, okay? If you go somewhere, what it's going to involve is taking pictures, taking fingerprints, and then they're going to call your parents to come and get you. So don't make the situation any worse. They'll be up shortly after that.
Go in the car?
No, you can't go in the car.
You can cuff me if you have to.
It just can't happen.
Oh, well, that's a good dad.
I'm telling you this right now, you're going to take this as a lesson out.
Nah, that's a good dad. He said, I'd come with you. You could cuff me if you have to.
11 years old, that if you do something stupid in the future, you're going to enjoy those cuffs.
I'm not going to do this again.
Ava is placed into the back of the police car, where her father delivers a few hard truths.
I'm just warning you, you're not going to sit for a couple hours. They're going to be bringing you into a building, fingerprinting you, doing all sorts of stupid for your stupid. Your life just changed, kid. Over a phone call, your life just changed.
Minutes later, the reality of the situation continues to have an emotional impact on her parents.
She'll be fine.
Right now.
There's no way they... Oh, my God. Do you think they're going to keep her there?
Stop stressing. This is the best thing for her because...
Oh, yeah. No, they need that. Well, because she doesn't... It's like a wake-up call.
It sucks for us. I work my off with you to keep this kid doing stuff normal like we did as kids, and this is the she does.
According to a statement from the Volusia County Sheriff's Office, 11...
It is crazy how people have changed like that. Like, your parents probably, like, would light poop bags on fire in front of people's doors and stupid shit. Like, ding-dong ditch. And now kids just do, like, literal, like, federal crimes.
11-year-old Ava was charged with making a false police report.
Jack said I still do that.
Concerning the use of a firearm in a violent manner, a felony, and misuse of 911, a misdemeanor.
Dude, I remember I used to just break shit in the woods. That's all I would do. We already had told stories where I used to collect bottles and stuff. I remember I used to just break shit, bro. I used to just I look back at it and I'm like, I never chopped a tree down because I didn't have the fucking strength to do it. I remember I used to just walk into the woods with an axe and just start smacking trees. That was fun as shit. I remember waiting to get home from school so I could just go fucking hit trees with an axe or a stick.
After being processed at the Family Resource Center, she was later transferred to the Volusia Regional Juvenile Detention Center in Daytona Beach, Florida. We requested more information about her case from the Volusia County Juvenile Court, and they said nothing is releasable.
Nothing's releasable. I would say realistically, she might have like
26, 2000.
I don't know, gotten some stupid community service, but she's like 10, bro. They're not going to do that. Oh, God. When I was 15, I called 911 to give them the old refrigerator running joke hung up. 3 minutes later, there were 6 cops at the driveway. I was grounded for 6 months. Dishing out taught love, yet still waiting to get himself cuffed in order to go ride with jail. Someday she'll realize how great of a dad he was. That's what I'm saying, bro. Brother's going to have some major trust issues with his sister for framing him. Nah, bro, that's literally just sibling shit, dude. That is innate sibling shit. Just trying to pan off any responsibility to the person that is closest to you. Okay. Lock back in next video. Next video. Which country has the worst manners? Etiquette expert answers questions. We've seen this guy before talk about etiquette. It's really fascinating. If you remember, he showed how you're supposed to properly eat peas, and he stabbed them with a fork, which I thought was interesting because I always thought you would eat fucking peas with a spoon.
If you saw the late Queen eat a burger, all of a sudden she is not the late Queen because the Queen does not eat burgers. I'm sure the Queen did eat a burger in private.
Why does the Queen not eat burgers? Is that like a rule? Because it's like commoner food.
What do you think the Queen's McDonald's order would have been?
Oh, she was...
the Queen of England probably would have gotten a fish fillet. Filet of fish, rather.
Anyone's for a fillet of fish. She was. She did. Hello, I'm William Hanson. I'm an etiquette coach, and today I'm answering questions from the Honesty Box.
It's not a pre-watch, bro. That's honestly, that's me stereotyping British people. Like, what? What would the late old Queen of England get at McDonald's? Probably a fish sandwich.
Should you tell someone if they have bad manners? This is the politeness paradox. It is technically bad manners to point out people's bad manners themselves. Makes my job one of the rudest jobs going. But
Dude, pointing out bad manners would be so lame. It depends how bad of manners somebody has. Like this, I'm pointing out. You know, imagine you're having a conversation with me at dinner. Yeah, so, you know, I don't know. I just kind of... Hold up. You just coughing into the air. Something like that. You know, that's disgusting. That's not even bad manners. That's just like you're spreading illnesses, you know. Cough into your elbow, your shoulder. It's only okay for kids. Bro, even a kid coughing, dude, just like straight, like one of those, like, cover your fucking mouth. Like that, I would say something about that. But if it's like, oh, they have their elbows on the table or they're fucking cutting a steak wrong, I'm not saying shit.
I think it's better to lead by example rather than to actually tell them off. And if you are going to sort of correct them, it should be done in a very gentle, compassionate way.
Perfect answer. When you're done, just chuck it on the ground.
Can I place them there?
How politely can you chuck it away?
How should you hold a knife and fork? Great question.
Yo, I used to hold my fucking knives and forks like a caveman. Where's, like, an object? I used to use a fork, like, you're supposed, like, okay, if I'm cutting a steak, you know, and then I think you're supposed to switch hands, right? Aren't you supposed to put it down and switch hands and then eat it? That's stupid as fuck. Cut it, eat. Cut it, eat. There's been times where I'm so lazy that I will cut it, stab it with the knife, eat it. But when I was a kid, I used to hold a spoon like this. Like if this was the spoon. Like I used to eat cereal and I would just hold the spoon or a fork and I would stab shit like this. Like a caveman. You've told us that already? Oh yeah, sorry, I mentioned that 2 years ago and you remember that. I can't repeat myself ever. The holidays are here. And the sports are kicking up, whether it be the NHL, the college football bowl, the NFL games, or anything of those sorts. Sports are bigger than ever. And what a better way to spice up the holiday games than with DraftKings Sportsbook. The sponsor of today's video. New DraftKings customers signing up with promo code JOEB can place a $5 bet and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. I'm a big parlay guy. Love a 3-pick parlay. Talk about it on stream all the time. Doesn't mean you need to be. You know, the crown's yours. That's DraftKings slogan. You know, you can, bet on whatever sport you want to. In whichever way you want to. That's why the crown's yours. Anyways, and if DraftKings Sportsbook isn't yet available in your state, you could still take part in DraftKings Fantasy. So sign up for DraftKings today. Link in description. Download the app. Use promo code JOEB at sign up. Place a $5 bet, and if your bet hits, you get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Thank you to DraftKings for sponsoring this video. And let's get back into it.
Well, look what's in the honesty box for me already. Some very expensive looking cutlery. So conventionally, the fork was held in the left hand and the knife was held in the right hand. But this goes back to a right hand bias when you were not allowed to use your left hand.
Oh my God, do left-handed people hold it the opposite way? Anybody that's left-handed in chat, do you hold the fork with your left hand or no?
To write or to carry your knife, and that's not necessarily just a table knife, that was your sword as well. So there was very much a bias on the right hand. Today, it is if you are left-handed, all God's creatures, it's absolutely fine, they're all amongst us. You can just switch the cutlery. You still hold it in exactly the same way, and that is with your index finger going down the shaft of the fork, stopping just before the bridge, and your finger going down the shaft of the knife, stopping where the blade...
Why does this shit matter? Who's fucking watching that? Like, I'm not going to a restaurant just fucking like, ooh, the index finger's a little too far up the neck of that fork there, buddy. That's not common etiquette.
And the handle meet. So whether you're eating in a left-handed way or in a more conventional right-handed way, this is how you hold a knife and fork. And we want the handles of the cutlery tucked into the palm of your hand. We don't want them sticking out like so. And ideally, try not to hold a knife like a pen because you won't have as much control of what you're cutting. And that's when you get petit pois flying off onto your neighbour's lap. And nobody wants that. How do you say scone? Scone. Do you want any more on that?
Why do people say it's scone and think scone is posher?
I think people say scone because they think it sounds posher, like bone or cone, but no, it's scone. Although there is an argument.
Oh my God, who cares? Who cares? What is a scone? I don't even know what a scone is. Is that like a pastry? Is that some shit that people eat for breakfast? What is a scone? Scone. A scone. It's a traditional British food. This is a scone. It looks weird. It looks like a fucking cookie, but like a biscuit cookie. Okay. It has like cream cheese or some shit on it. Ew. I mean, it didn't look bad. It didn't look good, but...
They do sort of have origins at the Palace of Scone in Scotland, so there is an argument that nobody is correct, and we should say scoons. But you sound like a loon if you say that. So, no, it's scone, because once it's scone, it's gone. Why are elbows on the table rude? So, yeah, I mean, if it's a dining table, it's actually very hard to eat with your...
Nope, I disagree. I will stand on the elbows on the table being perfectly normal and good. It's casual conversation. If I'm having a conversation, I'm probably crossing my arms and I'm putting both of my elbows on the table. At a restaurant, at a fancy restaurant, I'll sit like this. I don't give a fuck. Because this isn't the 16th century. I'm pretty sure historically the elbows on the table rule was a thing because they used to have wide tables that they would like lay on top of like pedestals or something. And if you put your elbows on the table, it would flip the table. So it was like, it wasn't even etiquette. It was just like, hey, if you put your elbows on the table, you're going to fucking knock everything off. But that's not a thing anymore. So it's like, who cares? You know, if there's no room on the table to put your elbows, all right, fine, don't put your elbows on the table. But it's like, most restaurants, you have more than enough space.
Elbows on the table. But towards the end of a meal is normally when you see people doing it, particularly if it's a dinner and they're getting a bit tired and they need a bit of support. Historically, why we don't do that is because the dining tables that we used to dine from in the medieval period were, they weren't secure tables like this. They were benches.
Hey, I know history.
With sheets of wood put on top of them. And the food was served completely differently from how it would be served now. And it was sort of put down almost like a big buffet down the middle of the table for balance and to secure it. So if you then started putting weight on another part of the table, you would tip the tables, and thus it was bad manners for you to put your elbows on the table. So,
but I wouldn't even say that's bad manners. Like, manners is like this, like, posh, like, richy rich way of conducting yourself at a formal dinner. You know, how you're supposed to it's very small things you're supposed to do to impress and not upset other people at the dining table. Fuck that, right? Just don't be an asshole. Like, it's just, I feel like it's very simple.
Doesn't really have anything to...
Don't blow your nose. I blow my nose at the table sometimes. That's bad manners. Bro, but if I gotta blow my nose, that pisses me off. If I gotta blow my nose, I don't want to have to get up, go to the bathroom, blow my nose, come back. It's gross. What if I'm eating hot wings? And see that now I'm gonna fucking hold up. I'm gonna get real fucking angry about this, because I've had people get mad at me that I've blown my nose at a fucking table before in my family, and I've got not mad, but they're like, you shouldn't do that. Yo, if I'm eating buffalo wings, my hands are covered in shit, my mouth is covered in shit, my nose is running because the wings have a lot of vinegar and are spicy. Let me get up and go to the bathroom. I'm already disgusting, right? I'm already covered in filth, you know? What?
To do with etiquette. It was more sort of safety of the food and ensuring that you had food. And we're now sort of 500 plus years later so ingrained that we just don't put our elbows on the table. We sort of equate it to looking bad. It does look bad, but historically it had nothing to do with looking bad. It was just to do with the food. Should you always say bless you? Not so much anymore.
The old predicament when somebody sneezes multiple times in a row. I've gotten to know there's a type of person that sneezes multiple times in a row. I'm a one sneeze and I'm good. Bless you. Thank you. You have a friend. Sneeze, 4 times, sneeze. And then you say it once. Right, but it is really awkward when you're like, sneeze, bless you. They sneeze again, bless you. They sneeze again, bless you. You see him winding up for the 4th one. Don't you fucking sneeze.
Or there is an argument for not...
I can't do more than 3.
Saying it. It goes back to sort of saying... You would say bless you to someone else because in the medieval times they had the bubonic plague or might have had the bubonic plague, and so you were saying bless you as their...
Wait, that was where it started, was the bubonic plague? I knew you said bless you because it was like, oh, you might be getting sick, and getting sick in the olden times meant you were probably going to fucking die. I didn't know it was during the plague times.
A soul left their body as they were on their way to whatever comes next. Hopefully, touch wood, we're all okay now, so there's no need to say that. But I think, again, it's like the elbows on the table thing. It's a hangover.
Knocking on wood is also based in, like, spiritual origin. I know that. Like, when you knock on wood, that's based off some sort of either religion or, like, spiritual belief that, like, trees had something in them that would prevent, like, evil spirits.
So it probably is better to say bless you.
I knock on wood all the time. That's like one superstition that I say bless you when people sneeze, and I knock on wood.
Sort of stare at them.
Knock on wood, question mark? Yeah. Like, if you're like, the Eagles are going to win this Super Bowl, knock on wood. Like, you're making a claim of something that will happen, and you're confident of it, and so you don't want to jinx it, so you knock on wood. Or you're talking about something that you don't want to happen, and then you knock on wood because you don't want it to happen, you know?
As they say, nothing. There is
never heard of that in my life. What? You've never heard of knock on wood? That's like, dude, I feel like you hear that every other day. Do you live in a cave?
Societal expectation that you say bless you. Should you raise your pinky when drinking tea?
Oh, God.
Lovely.
Damn it, dude. These questions are pissing me off.
Question. And again, out of my box comes a nice cup and saucer from the nearest charity shop. So, In terms of extending your little finger, it's a bit sort of Disney Hollywood to think that you do this and that posh people do this. You don't. You keep that finger tucked in. How we hold a teacup is by pinching with the thumb and the index finger between the handle.
I don't think I've ever used a teacup in my fucking life, bro. I'm drinking tea out of a fucking coffee mug. That's what I'm gonna do.
And the rest of our fingers follow the shape of the handle, and we keep our elbow nice and tucked in. The sticking the little finger thing comes from a couple of origins for it, but the one I like to say is supposedly in the court of Louis XIV and XV, where tea drinking was at its peak. It had just come in. It was very heavily taxed. So it was only the royal family in France. And
you heard of throwing salt over your shoulder as a superstition. Yeah, but that's only if you spill salt. I'll do that. And that's really annoying when you spill. I spill salt when I'm cooking, and then you're in your own fucking kitchen, and then I'm sitting here going, I just dump salt on the floor. But it's like I have to. You know, it's easier when you're at a restaurant. You knock over the salt shaker, you're like, you know, you don't got to clean it up. It's whatever. Now you're in your own fucking abode. You got to fucking toss salt on the floor. It sucks.
Ouch. Not realizing that actually...
I am going to skip the fucking pinky tea one because I don't give a shit about that.
Should men pay on the first date?
You should offer. Chivalrous. I think a lot of people... Chat, should men pay on the first date? I think a lot of people, like, with, like, male and female equality, like, some guy, there's, like, a type of guy that'll be like, well, why do I have to pay on the first date then? Why don't you pay? Why don't you pay? Why don't you split? Because it's still chivalrous, right? Just because you want men and women to be equal doesn't mean you shouldn't be nice. Like, it's the chivalrous thing to do. It's a nice thing to do as a guy to be like, yo, can I pay on the first date? You know, like, let me pay, you know? Or splitting's fine. Like, it depends on the couple. You know, you arrange that with your girlfriend or boyfriend, whoever you're with, you know? You figure that the fuck out. But it's like first date and you're a guy, offer to pay.
So I would say the one...
What do gay men do? Split? Mask pays? Is that real? Is that real? No way. There's no way.
One of the biggest areas of change with etiquette is around dating. And I would say...
Any gay chatters know what happens? Like, what do you do? Ask ChatGPT. Yeah, for gay men that go on dates, why would I fucking ask ChatGPT that?
Whoever
when there's probably gay people in my chat that could just answer the question for me. I'm a lesbian. All right, well, what do lesbians do?
Initiated the date should pay.
I'm not trying to sound like a dumbass. I'm actually asking because I don't know. Like, I want to know. Like, who pays? You don't always split. There's no... And maybe it's just, like, you both offer to pay. Somebody just ends up paying. It's just situational.
So if I asked somebody out on a date, other than my husband being slightly alarmed that I've done that, but if I asked someone out on a date, I would pay. If they asked me out on a date, they would pay.
Oh, my God. That's so... Wow, that solves everything. See, this is why we watch this guy. He fucking knows everything. The person that asks the other on the date should be the one to pay. I think that makes sense in general. And it's usually the guy that asks the girl out on the date. Whoever's the one that's like, hey, you want to go on a date? Yeah, no, that's valid. Because that is lame as hell if you ask somebody out on a date and then expect them to pay. That's weird. That's really weird. You go, hey, I just said that. Yeah, well, Zod, I kind of like filter out your chats mentally.
Can you split the bill? Maybe if the date had gone badly and you think there's absolutely not a hope in hell of us ever meeting again.
Date went badly, you go to the bathroom and just jump out the window and leave.
However, some people say they'd much rather split the bill even if it's the most phenomenal date and then everyone just pays, you know, half. It's fine. As long as you talk to one another and everyone's happy with whatever arrangement, it doesn't really bother me.
What else has changed in dating?
The Georgians had a lovely idea, which I do think we could bring back, called the bundling board, which is where you were allowed to, once a couple had become engaged, they were allowed to spend the night together, but not to, you know, see if, you know, they were compatible in that way, but just to sort of
fucking
see, did they snore, for example. And so a wooden board was put down the middle of the bed, and it was always in the bride-to-be's house, family house. The family would wait up to hear if there are any untoward noise.
Wait, what? So it, like, when they were engaged, they would sleep together to see if they hated, not sleep like fuck, they would sleep like sleep to see if they couldn't like lay in bed together.
Noises going on upstairs, and you would just sort of spend the night together just to see, you know, did they pass wind? Were they pleasant to share a bed with? And I think we all need to bring that back. Worst thing to eat while following proper etiquette.
Bro, I'm ripping ass 5 times a night. Yeah, just say fart. Yeah, passing wind. Rip ass. Are they farting? Yeah. What does Brooke say? It's, dude, there's sometimes where I'll eat, like, if I eat a lot of, like, broccoli or asparagus, my farts will smell so bad, and it's so funny. She'll get, like, really upset sometimes, but it's so funny. I'll rip ass, and it'll be, like, a silent one. And, you know, 10 seconds go by, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just, like, and I'm, like, trying to, you know, keep my composure, and then randomly she'll go, oh, and then fucking get up. Oh, and then stand up. Silent but deadly. Yeah, no, the loud ones are usually normal.
Well, burgers are pretty while following proper etiquette.
Worst thing to eat while following proper etiquette: chicken wings. No, ribs. Ribs. What's the worst food to eat? Crabs. 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 No, it's not ribs, not chicken wings, crabs. Going to fucking getting a bib and fucking trying to fucking, you know, peel out the meat and dunk it in butter. Your hands are covered in shit. It's not hard. I'm not saying it's hard. I'm saying it's disgusting.
Etiquette. Well, burgers are pretty sort of messy. I mean, sort of restaurant burgers where they are so big, you are going to have to deconstruct the burger. I know I get into a lot of controversy online for doing that. I think possibly my Esther.
Well, I'm not deconstructing a burger. If I ever see some shit where if they tell me the weight of the burger on the menu, don't order it. Don't order it. That's the Joe Bart rule of thumb. If they tell you the weight of the patty, they're about to wheel that bitch out. The bottom bun's going to be sopping wet, and it's going to be that thick of a fucking burger. Like they just took a packet of ground beef and went, and then plopped it. The fucking guy on coke in the back that's cooking that shit up mushed it, fucking just wedged it on there. You're at some diner. Fuck that.
America has been terminated, but it is better just to sort of...
That's the best. You like that? Chat, thin or thick burgers? Thin, smash burger, or not even a smash burger. Just like, I think like this thin or thinner. If the burger's that thick, like half pound, yuck. You can't make that taste good.
Construct it and cut and eat it with a knife.
Just stack multiple thin burgers. Just get 3 thin burgers.
And fork. Yes, they're delicious if that's your thing and you want to eat a burger, whether it's beef, chicken, or a veggie burger. However, it is a burger at the end of the day. And if you're trying to present a certain type of image to either the person you're on a date with, a colleague, a future employer, an ambassador, you know, whoever it is, don't order the burger. If you saw the late Queen eat a burger, all of a sudden she is not the late Queen because the Queen does not eat burgers. I'm sure the Queen did eat a burger in private, but in public you have your public and private image, and actually sometimes you need to not necessarily order the thing that you want to. Go back the next day and have the burger when you're not around other people if you desperately want it.
What do you think the Queen's McDonald's order would have been? A secret McDonald's order?
Oh, she was anyone's for a fillet of fish. She was. She did.
Filet of fish.
Is it okay to ask for seconds? No. If it is offered, if you come to my house and there is leftover...
Who the fuck asks for seconds?
Lasagna or something, I would say, would anyone like any more? That is fine. But if you can see some lasagna on the side...
Me? I don't think I've ever asked for seconds. I don't think it's rude. Usually you're just offered. Any situation where you want seconds, it's probably like a buffet style, no? Like if you're at a family dinner, they probably have more food than you need, at least in the US. From how I understand US family dinners, there's always more food made than needed. And so you could just grab what you want. You make your own plate. Versus like dinner actually... Do you guys have dinners where you're actually served? Like where they pre-make the plate for you?
And it hasn't been
offered.
Unfortunately, as a
guest,
you can't say anything. And maybe that's because the host is thinking, good, well, that'll do my lunch tomorrow. So I don't need to offer. Or maybe there's only one portion and there are 6 guests. And actually...
Thanksgiving? That's the one holiday where you're definitely just making your own shit. What? Thanksgiving? Your family makes pre-made plates? I would hate that. I would fucking hate that. There's too many things. I don't want somebody to choose for me. You know, I want to grab 3 rolls, a lot of bread. Getting a lot of bread because I'm not a big fan of the Thanksgiving meal. 2 pieces of turkey, some sweet potatoes, some mac, you know, other shit. And then you have like that one family member that's just munching down like broccoli. Not broccoli, something vegetable wise. Just munching it and be like, oh, could I have more of that? Yeah, by all means, buddy. You could have a whole fucking plate. Yeah, somebody bought peas. Like mashed peas.
Someone's going to, well, quite a lot, 5 people could potentially get left out. So no, if it's not offered, don't ask for it. Do you break the rules when you're alone?
Don't care.
Leave a word.
You're trying to, boring as I point now. Where a little bit of was a fun. Swear. Is it ever okay to fucking swear? No, it fucking isn't. Let's be honest.
I'm cursing in casual conversation at a dinner, at any dinner. The only time I will refrain from cursing is like in class, like when I was in college or high school, like I wouldn't curse. Not around my grandparents. I'm cursing. I'm cursing around the grandparents. Don't care. I curse in college. It depends on the professor. You know, most professors don't care, but you would curse in casual conversation in college. You're not like asking the teacher a question and be like, what do you think about this fucking thing? No, you just have a regular ass conversation curse. But like, that's different.
Yes.
I don't around my family. I mean, I don't know. Maybe certain family members I wouldn't curse around. But I don't know, man. I'm like 23 now. I'm like, if I'm really in a situation where I'm not allowed to curse, bro, that's like lame as hell.
People swear.
That's lame as hell.
I think if you swear all the time, again, it loses its currency.
Your mom? Yeah. What am I, 5? Yo, what? You don't curse around your mom? Yo, I am even around kids. No, if I'm like in a public setting, I'm not going to be like sailor mouth, you know, just ripping curse words. But in like a casual conversation, I'd still be like, yeah, that's fucking stupid.
If you're a Gordon Ramsay and you're swearing like,
around my mom, though, yeah, I'm cursing.
It's almost big.
Dude, I remember the first time, I keep pausing. I remember the first time I cursed out loud. I stubbed my toe outside and I bent down and I went, shit. And I looked around. It's in 3rd grade. I started casually cursing in like 4th grade, which might be early, but I was just I remember I thought it was cool too. I was in 3rd grade. I was like, every once in a while, I'd be like, fuck. Be like, that's badass.
Expected. And I think we tune it out. We don't hear it, which is unfortunate. If I swear in front of friends, they probably know that I'm probably quite irked because I don't necessarily swear an awful lot. Or if I'm
drunk,
I do swear, I'm sort of swearing for comedy effect. If you're swearing, and I'm thinking certain words, normally beginning with C, that people use a lot, and they sort of think it's funny. It's like, it's not that funny that often, to be perfectly honest. So use it sparingly. Is it more polite to be early or late? Well,
is it more polite to be early or late? Early. But I think being too early is weird. It's the vibe. Here, okay. An event early. You know, you got to be at a place of business, work, whatever, early. Your friend invites you over to their house. You know, come at 8. Don't show up at 7:50. That's weird. That's weird. I say that. If I tell you, hey, be here at 8, show up at 8:15. Don't show up at 8. That's weird. No, seriously. Because if it's like somewhere where if you're like, hey, we're going to be going somewhere, show up a little early on time, late's rude. But if it's like you're getting invited to like a dinner at someone's house, show up on time, if not 10 minutes late. Yeah, fashionably late. Not too late, but don't show up early.
It depends on context.
I'm always early, Bro, it's so awkward. You know it is, too. Have you ever been the first person to show up at a friend's house at a gathering? It sucks. It sucks. You never want to be the first guy. If you're the first, I just sit in my car, that's the move. You sit in your car while somebody else shows up, and then there's more than 2 people. I think it's different. Maybe, okay, I'm just saying this is a guy thing, at least. If it's a guy hangout, and there's like 8 guys, being the first guy to show up, it's like, you know, it's now we're like a duo. It's not really a hangout. You know, you want to be like 3 people more. So it's just you and him. Now you're just talking, you know. I'm sitting here acting like that's not what would regularly happen anyway.
Text. Socially, if I said to someone, come for dinner at 7:30, what I do not want is people to be early. I would much rather someone was half an hour late than 5 minutes. Not want is people to be early.
Wait.
I would to someone come for dinner at 7:30. What I do not want is people to be early.
Yeah. Because you don't want to tell them. You tell them a time knowing they'll be like 15 minutes late, and that gives you that leeway to be like, oh, fuck, I forgot to do this. I got to get this done real quick.
I would much rather someone was half an hour late than 5 minutes early. I'm probably not ready at 7:25, but I will be ready from 7:30. For a business meeting, however, if it says it starts at 11, it means
maybe I am very proper.
Starts at 11, not you rock up at 11, go to the loo, log onto the Wi-Fi, get a tea and coffee, ready, and then sort of by about 10,
yeah, like a meeting, bro. Pull up 10 minutes early.
10 past 11, you're ready to start. So there you arrive a little bit early, ready to start at the time the meeting says. What do you do if you forget someone's name? I forget.
Never figured this one out. I'll never know. I'll never know. I just ask. No, there's a point where it's too late. You have the first day. It's like the first hour you meet somebody, you could re-ask their name. Sometimes I'm too distracted. And then it's like 8 hours hanging out with them. I don't remember their name at all. I don't remember their name. Maybe it was Mark. Maybe James. Maybe Jared or Michael. I can't really remember, you know, but it's like, fuck. Ask a friend. That's usually the play. The mutual friend that you met, you go, what's that guy's name? But there's certain times where you can't do that.
Hating people's names. I try to.
Like gyms. Like at the gym. There's people I interact with at the gym, and I don't know their name, but they know mine, and I've known them for like a year. I can't, dude, it's well past me being able to ask for their name. Well past. Like that, how rude that would be. Hey, I know I've seen you like 50 times. I don't know your name.
Keep lists of names, particularly for restaurant or places I go. But if you do forget, particularly at a party,
say, how do you spell their name? Oh, yeah. Linux. You go up to, hey, how do you spell your name? How do I spell Mark? Really? How do I spell Todd? That's a bad play. You're assuming that they have a complicated name, you know? If they're a guy, realistically, if they're like a random guy, they probably have like a very simple name. Ask for their Instagram. Then they go, oh, it's just my name. I've had this happen. Be like, oh, you type it in. You got to ask them to type it in.
Very good friend Bob comes over to say hello to you. You have to introduce Bob.
Ask for their Snap. Yeah, and then it's the Snap username they had when they were in 3rd grade, and it's Fluffy Banana 83. It's not even their fucking name.
And the person whose name you have forgotten, you can do one of several things. You can either go, I assume you two have met. And then hopefully they go, no, we haven't. Hello, I'm Bob. Hello, I'm Steve. And it's fine. Or you do the introduction. You go, Bob, I'd like you to meet. And you go, I'm so sorry. Please remind me of your name. Steve. No, Steve, I know your first name. I meant your last name. Jones. Steve Jones, may I introduce Bob Smith. And you do it that way around. It's a complete bluff. Steve might clock to what you're doing. But again, he doesn't have to flag that he knows what was happening there. What are the best biscuits for dipping?
Oh, who gives a fuck?
How has social media impacted etiquette?
What are the best biscuits for dipping? That's a dumb question.
Big time. Etiquette has to reflect and adapt to the society that is around us. Otherwise, etiquette would not exist. And it's a shapeshifter. It constantly changes. And social media is such a big part of our lives. And etiquette is about interacting with other people. And how a lot of us interact with other people now is via using social media. I guess the thing that's springing to mind is the comment section, of which on this very video there is a comment section. And I'm saying this with love. Just because you can comment doesn't mean to say you should. They're not going to want me to say that because we want engagement. But if you've got something worthwhile to say it. But
oh, wow. Meanwhile, there's some of my chatters.
Don't say anything. If you
Hi, hello, penis, just typing random words. We're in sub only right now too. Let's unleash the goblins right now. See what they type. I'm free! And they just start fucking losing their minds. It's 6-7. It's 6-7.
You don't have anything worthwhile to say. Don't feel you need to. We don't have to have an opinion on everything. Be very boring. Should you wear shoes inside? So in some cultures, absolutely not. In Japan, for example, they're very big on removing shoes.
I think if you wear shoes inside, that's up to the house owner, or the homeowner, the apartment owner, whatever it is. You know, it's their rule. If I see shoes at the door, I'm usually taking my shoes off. I don't like to. I've said this before. I'll say it again. We're going back and doubling. I said it before. I'm saying it again. I think that taking your shoes off inside is fucking pointless, right? I would rather keep them on. I'm not going to be, rude and refuse to take my shoes off, though. Like, if somebody is like, hey, shoes off, I'm not going to be like, oh, can't do. That's a no-go for me. I'll probably take them off if I even think that it's a shoes off place.
You go into someone's house. What
if they're dirty? Yo, what am I, walking in fucking poop? What do you mean dirty? What are your fucking shoes covered in, man?
I don't love taking
mud. Like, yeah, there's dirt on the bottom of your shoes, like little specks, man.
Off shoes when I go to someone's house, unless, of course, I've walked through a field. They're caked in mud. They are very dirty. If hosts are that worried about their carpets, their floors getting dirty, just don't invite people round. Go out to a restaurant or something. However, their house, their rule.
That's crazy he's having this take.
So if a host does want you to take off the shoes, it would be very churlish to sort of refuse to do that. If you are one of the sort of the shoes off brigade and you want your friends and family to take off their shoes, make sure there is something, for them to sit on to remove their shoes. It might be fine for a 20-year-old to sort of whip off their shoe whilst looking like a flamingo standing on one leg. But actually...
Oh, yeah, no. I feel like age is going to play a factor, too. It's a bit fucked up to be like, to an 85-year-old, like, grandma, it's a shoes off household. They're wearing, like... They're using a cane to move. Yeah, sorry, you're gonna need to take those off. Like, that's fucked. Yeah, no, if you're old, it's like, but that's also just like, I think old people can kind of do whatever the fuck they want.
An older generation might want a small perf or something to sit on, so make sure you've got one of those handy. Are Irish exits okay?
No. Love an Irish goodbye. Love an Irish goodbye. I hate when people do it to me, but dude, just leaving. just fucking leave. What? An Irish goodbye is when you just leave. Don't tell anybody you're leaving. Just walk out. Honestly, you also usually leave when nobody notices you're leaving. Be like, oh, I'm going to the bathroom real quick. Take a piss. Nobody's around near the front door. Just walk out. just fucking. You tell the host. If you're at like a party, like that's usually what it'll be. Like, if I have people over, so you ghost them? Well, no. Like, you would tell dude, it's like, say you're at a party, there's like 20 people around. I don't want to say bye to everybody. And then it's really weird, and you're like, all right, I'm leaving. And then everybody goes and looks at you. Just fucking, you walk up to the person and be like, I'm leaving. Anybody in the area you say bye to, and then you just fuck off.
Not really. I mean, the only time, I think I did one once where it was at a wedding and the couple was so paralytic. I thought even if I do say goodbye to them, there's not a hope in hell they're going to remember it. So I did just go, and my taxi had arrived and had sort of been waiting.
They were that fucked up at their own wedding?
Sufficiently long enough that I was going to start getting charged. But no, generally you do at least need to say goodbye to one, if not both of the hosts, whatever you are at. Isn't life a bit short to be worrying about these things?
Unless you're at a bar. But that's a little sketchy. If you're at a bar and you just leave, like normally my friends would tell me they're leaving if they're at a bar. Because if somebody just left, I'd be like, are they like drunk driving home? I'd be like, because usually you kind of Uber like with other people. Yeah, at a bar, it's like you're kind of in a group.
You're missing the point.
What if they get kidnapped? Yeah. Well, I also think men Irish goodbye more than women. Because it's like, that'd be like unsafe. Like if a woman just disappeared out of a group, I think other women or men in that group would be worried. They'd be like, where did this person go?
I don't think life is too short to worry about other
people that Irish goodbye. It's usually like guys. Like my friend Jay will just leave. I'll just walk out.
people's feelings. I think life isn't long enough. Do Jen's
or he'll walk, dude. If I'm the host, he'll be like, I'm Irish goodbying. So it's like it's not really an Irish goodbye, but he's only telling me that he's leaving. That's where you tell the host. You tell the host you're like, I'm leaving, and then you just walk out.
Z have no etiquette?
Do Gen Z have no etiquette? Chat, would you guys say you have etiquette?
I actually think Gen Z are probably more aware of how their actions impact others than generations above them. Certainly from my own experience, when I have had millennials come up to say hi to me in the street, and I am a millennial.
He went millennials.
They're quite entitled. They sort of feel as if you have to stop and talk to them, and it's sort of their right that you do that. Whereas all the Gen Z people are so cautious. They're conscious if I'm chatting to somebody already in the street, they will wait until I finish my conversation. They will come over and say, oh, I'm so sorry, would you mind if we just awfully sort of said hi or got a photo? So no, it's not all doom and gloom with Gen Z. Have you ever had...
Nah, I think that's person to person, bro. That's not generation shit. You know how many times I've ran into people that I haven't seen in a while at like a gas station, and they're like, oh, let me take this time to have a 20-minute conversation. And I'm like, bro, I gotta go. You know? If I see somebody I know, I'm just like, yo, what's up, bro? How you been? Good? Oh, awesome, bro. All right, I'll catch you. Like, fuck.
A pajama day. Yes, when I was ill in hospital. But other than that, I wear clothes.
Pajama day. Okay.
Thought you might dress up for the occasion, but there we go.
Oh! Start the car. Is lying okay to be polite? Oh, great.
Ooh. Yeah, like little white lies. Yeah. I think that's fine. Like if it's something like, does this look weird? No. You're indifferent. You know, it doesn't look weird, but it's like, you know, you kind of get what they're saying, but you just don't want to fucking have them like freak out and be like insecure about their outfit or something. No, it looks fine. Let's go.
Big question. Yeah, if it protects someone's...
You're lying to Brooke? No.
...feelings, then yes, I think it's okay to... A little white lie is fine. A small lie, nothing sort of massive. You know, that's a lovely shacket, for example. You could say, just riffing. What a lovely part of the world we're in. It's so quiet. You know, that would be fine if you want to sort of lie to protect
Why would you just randomly do that?
Feelings.
Like you're just...
but
yeah, I feel like a white lie is like somebody asks you a question and you respond with a lie to make them feel better.
I wouldn't... If it's a malicious lie, then that's when it's not.
Yeah.
Then it's not good. What is your pet peeve when it comes to etiquette? It's niche. Probably doesn't annoy many other people. When people say, you can't toast with water, it's unlucky. That was correct 500
Never heard that.
years ago, where the water was full of cholera. We're very fortunate to live in a society, certainly in Britain and most of the Western world, where the water is absolutely fine and is not full of bacteria. If you are Muslim, Hindu, a recovering alcoholic, pregnant, on very strong antibiotics, underage, or just don't want to drink that particular evening out of personal preference, what are you going to do? You can't suddenly just have a sip of wine to be polite. You can toast with any cold drink. I wouldn't toast with tea or coffee.
Oh, toast. I thought he said taste.
But water, it's absolutely fine. And so, again, it's niche, but it's when people try to sort of say that particular rule, not realising the origin of it. And for me, and I spend a lot of time trying to research where we get these rules from.
Yeah, no, I think that's fucked up to be like, no, you have to drink, especially if they're pregnant or an alcoholic. What? Now, I think there is something different, though, if your friend's like, if I'm out at a bar and everybody's drinking and I'm like, let's all get shots. And my friend's like, nah. I'll be like, come on. You know? Don't be lame. But if he says no again, I'll just be like, all right. Like, I'm not going to force him to drink. But I'll be like, nah, bro, come on. You're good for one, you know?
How we have ended up, that particularly annoys me because there's no logic behind it. And the rule has got to make sense. If it doesn't make sense, you can get rid of it as a rule. Should you make your bed in an hotel?
No!
Well, depends on the type of hotel you're in. I would say if you're paying for housekeeping or you've requested for housekeeping, then no, there's no need.
Why would you make your bed in a hotel?
You don't want to make your bed look like an absolute sort of bombs hit it before you go out for the day and put the please make up my room sign.
Oh my God, I don't think it cares, bro. If I'm at a going to a hotel is like shit scattered everywhere. I'm living out of the suitcase. I just have stuff and trash in a corner. Clothes are on the ground. It's like a pigsty, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck, right? Because I'm only there for like 2 days.
On the door, but you don't need to do it yourself because that's part of what you're paying for. You don't get a reduction in your room rate. So, no, you don't need to make your bed. Just tidy up nicely. How should you get the waiter's attention? None of this. All that.
I kind of just stare at them until they glance my way. Like this. And then they walk towards me. I wave at them. Oh, that's rude. Yoo-hoo! You fucking wave them over. Hello! Get them to walk over.
No, oi.
No, you just stare at them.
Don't need to shout. It's simply done with...
Ooh, I have done the check. If they're far and we want to leave, I go, if they look at me, so they don't need to walk over. You know, you do that. Little pen, bring it over.
Body language. So you sort of sit up and back, eye contact, hand at the level of your eye is absolutely fine. And if they're well trained, they should come over. The main differences between the USA and Britain in terms of manners. Well, it's not all doom and gloom in America with American manners. And I think there's a lot that Brits can learn from Americans about general sort of interpersonal skills in particular. I think in America, the default setting, if an American meets a new person, is that we like you until you annoy us. Whereas in Britain, our default setting is we're a little bit suspicious of you until we get to know you. And then we warm up. Whereas in America, it's so full on. And then potentially peters off when they get to know you and think you're a bit of a twit. But I think it's probably better.
Wow, I kind of like the British thing better. You know, a little more hostile, warm up to somebody, now you fuck with them, you support them, versus like, I mean, that's just like fake. I think he's describing somebody being fake. Like somebody fucking with you and then something happens and now they don't fuck with you. Versus like, you know, I don't know you yet. Oh, now I like you. Now I'm riding with you.
To just sort of start seeing the positive in people than be a little bit suspicious and wary, which we are in Britain. And maybe that's because we're a small island nation and they're not. I don't know. What is posh? It's a great question. I mean, for a start,
rich.
You wouldn't really seriously use the word posh if you were posh. We like the term upmarket, which is a bit nicer, or smart. They're a smart couple is better. Posh is a bit naff as a word.
Joey, this guy's speaking another language.
Unless you're using it ironically. But actually, certainly in Britain, what posh doesn't necessarily mean, posh is not linked to money. It is a state of mind, and actually in Britain, the truly smartest people aren't as fussed about material possessions.
Where does posh come from?
Some people think that Port out starve at home is the origin of posh, and that was supposedly because of...
What does posh mean? What does posh mean? Bro, posh definition. Elegant, stylishly luxurious. In a refined or upper class manner. Rich. Posh. Fancy rich.
Type of cabin that you might have on a crossing.
Elegant. I'm not using elegant. Fancy rich people. Posh.
That's been debunked.
You're 15 with a Louis Vuitton bag. You're posh.
Numerous times, so it's got nothing to do with that. We don't quite...
You're a rich kid.
...know where the origin of posh comes from, but we all know what it means. Is it fine to play music aloud in public? No. again, watching videos on your phone without headphones, playing music just because you're...
Yo, guys at the gym that don't have earbuds and play music out of their iPhone. Oh, you encounter one of those. Dude, it's always somebody over 35. It's a guy every time playing fucking music out of his fucking iPhone, bro. Sitting on a bench next to him that he's not using. Yo, corded earbuds are like $1, big dog. Fucking get him. What? And then he's playing that over the gym music, because gyms always have music. So it's the gym music, and the gym music's always some bullshit radio. You know, fucking some shit that would be on like Despicable Me. Because I'm happy, long, if you feel like happiness. Yeah, and then he's playing fucking, you know, Drake. And you're listening to something else. So now you're hearing 3 things at once. It's horrible.
Phones can doesn't mean to say you should. I want to come up with some sort of GoFundMe type thing where we all can carry around sort of, you can't get on public transport anywhere in the UK or indeed elsewhere. But we GoFundMe where everyone has at least 5 pairs of disposable, very cheap headphones that you can just sort of pass out to people and go, would you like these? And hopefully they get the message. That would be nice. Should you wear hats indoors? Oh, great question. No. I mean, so a gentleman's hat, such as a fedora, a Homburg, a baseball cap, they are all considered accessories. So you
a fedora? Yo, if I see somebody wearing a fedora, I think if I see anybody wearing a fedora anywhere, I'm going, yo, what the fuck? What the hell is that fashion choice? My lady, a fedora inside. Dude, the one hat that's badass that I think people wear is like that British cap. What is that called? This. Not this color, but this hat is fucking sick. I love this. If you wear that inside, who cares, bro? Yeah, flat cap, like some Peaky Blinders shit. Yo, that's a sick-ass hat.
Remove it when you come inside. The exception to that would be hotel lobbies or department stores or lifts, because you are transiting through them. But if you are walking into a restaurant, you're walking into a friend's house, for example, an office block, that type of hat comes off. If it is a sort of...
All right, but what if you're not wearing the hat? It's kind of just like resting on top of your head. Like if you're, you know, like a 25-year-old Chad, you know? And it just kind of sits on top of your head.
Traditional lady's hat. And
you don't actually push the flat brim down.
Looking like a hat you'd wear to a wedding or to Royal Ascot. That's often plumbed into the hair. It is considered part of the whole outfit, and so they may stay on. So it depends on what type of hat, but generally most...
So wearing it? No. Dude, that annoys me more than anything. What would that even be called? Where somebody wears a hat on their head, but they don't push it down? It's different if, like, your hair is just big, or you have like, what is it called, like not 4C, but like thicker hair. But like guys that have my hair that just rest the hat on top of their head, dude, their hat like this. Oh my god, I found an image, hold up. Like just resting on the head. It's not like hunkered down because they don't want to fuck up their hair. Like, it's different if you have thick hair and it's like, okay, that would actually just, like, mush your hair down. But, like, dude, just having the hat rest on top of the head.
Most hats
backwards
are outdoor. They're there to protect you from the sun. There's not a lot of sun indoors. Which country has the best manners in the world?
The title of the video.
Well, I want to probably say Japan. I think they're very respectful in Japan. They're probably the only country that make the British look relaxed. I think that's probably my take on Japan.
Etiquette-wise?
And Singapore.
Or, like, manners?
Singapore, also very polite as well. It's probably not a Western country, is the answer to this question, which is quite, as a Westerner, is quite sad. What are the 3 most important things you think everyone should know or learn? You can never say please, thank you, and sorry enough. Please and thank you in particular. You need to have good eye contact when you speak with people. And you should always be...
I struggle with that. I don't like that. I don't want somebody to have good eye contact. I want you to, like, glance at me. If we're having a conversation, I'm going to look at you kind of like this, and then I'm going to, you know, say we're just, you know, talking. This is probably kind of how I'm making conversation. I'm kind of, like, looking around the room. I glance at you. When you're talking, I'm looking right at you. That's how it works. If you're talking to me, I'm staring at you. if I'm and then the second I start talking, I'm probably going to glance, you know, back and forth. And that's what everybody does, I feel.
More interested in other people than interested in yourself. What's the politest way to end a conversation you don't want to be in? If it's a group of people, it's very easy.
I have to go. Bye.
Just to sort of go, basically. I mean, I would sort of just say, I'll see you all later, and off you go. And the conversation can continue, or I'll be back in a minute. That's fine, even if you're not. But if you're talking with just one person, it's quite difficult. Ideally, I mean, we've all been that person at a party with no one to talk to. Nobody likes it. So try to introduce them to someone else before you exit the conversation. That's always better.
Bro, the worst is when you're trying to leave. That's why the Irish goodbye is the patent pending method, bro. You're trying to leave, and then they rope you into a conversation. And then you're talking, and I'm, like, actively walking away from them, and they kind of inch towards me, and we're still talking. And it's like, you know, let's wrap it up. And it's I'm not, like, obviously I don't want to cut the conversation just at a hard stop, but it's like, let's kind of fast track this to, like, a goodbye, rather than, oh, we're just talking for the next 35 minutes.
Should you laugh if you didn't understand the joke? It is polite to give people the...
I laugh a lot when I don't hear the joke, because I'm somebody that'll be like, what'd you say? 5 times. The first time because I didn't hear you. The second time because I wasn't paying attention. The third time because I didn't hear you. The fourth time, I didn't really understand what you were saying. And the fifth time, I didn't hear you again. So I just go, huh, yeah. And I'll laugh. And that's a risky play sometimes because you kind of just do a emotional reaction off of their emotion. But, like, you could really fuck that up. You know, you don't, especially if it's, like, a really loud area, you don't know what they're saying. So if you're just like, oh, yeah. They're like, dude, I just told you my mom died. Oh.
Reaction they sort of want. If you understand why they think it is funny, I think it's okay to laugh. But you obviously don't want to laugh at something that you don't sort of understand in case you get asked a follow-up question, or in case it's offensive and you're actually laughing at something that's not really meant to be funny, but someone thinks it is. I always remember my late grandmother would cut out cartoons from the Times that she would find funny, and she would bring them when she would come for dinner and sort of show my parents.
Yeah, no, you give old people pity laughs, bro. Before my grandpa died, he would tell the worst jokes of all time, but I would just I would chuckle at him, you know? Because it was funny for his time. It was funny in the fucking 1940s, man. It's like, he would make a joke. It wasn't offensive, but it was something that's like, you know, it was like a joke about, he would say, you know, optimistic person says the glass is half full. Pessimistic person, it's half empty. The engineer says it's a design flaw. He would tell me that joke. That shit's not funny. That shit's not funny. That's like, and he would laugh. Like, and I would just go, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I got it. I would have to sit there and be like, yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Yeah, yeah. And then we would move on. Because I'm not going to be an ass and not laugh, but you're laughing? Well, because, you know, and I loved him for telling those stupid jokes, but it's like, they weren't funny.
And my brother and me.
Explain it. Explain the joke. What? Like when you laugh? Oh my God, that's fuck to do. What, you laugh at a joke and then they hit you with you thought it was funny? Yeah. Explain it. Why is it funny? That's a method that Brooke will do to people that make like really like just sexist jokes. You just go, explain it. Explain, why is it funny? And then they have to go, oh, because women can't drive or something like that. And then it's like, all right, now it kind of defeats the joke because it's like now you're outwardly just saying like, oh, it's funny because of this. And it's just like the most surface level lame fucking like chud joke.
And James and I didn't really find them very funny, but we sort of go, oh, that's very funny. That's excellent. And my parents just go, well, I don't really get it. And Granny looked so upset. And I remember saying to
my granddad used to tell me Nazi stories all the time. He was actually weird, bro. What? Like he was telling you stories from the war? What do you mean?
My parents, just laugh. Just give her a little laugh. So I think sometimes it's okay to politely laugh in the interests of good manners.
There was a young lady of 18.
All right. Well, that was a fun video. Love this dude. Heard him on the radio lots of times over the year. Heard him on the radio. Who's tuning into the fucking radio anymore? Jesus. was like to be held in a Soviet gulag.
Lurking within the shadows of Joseph Stalin's Soviet Union was a system of forced labor camps known as the Gulag.
Dude, I never understand, like, obviously so many people in history have had an obscene amount of power, like current presidents, current dictators, whatever it is, right? But how did Joseph Stalin not feel any fucking remorse or sadness from, like, actually just killing, like, 12 million of his own people? Obviously, he might not see it, like, in fucking person, but, like, still to just, like, go to sleep at night, like, just being like, yeah, I just murdered 12 million people. Like, I am the reason that millions of people are suffering or dead. Just, like, not caring.
Gulags were nightmarish prisons containing anywhere from 2,000 to 10,000 prisoners.
Didn't gulags also, like, recently end? Not recently, like, oh, like 2000s. I'm saying, like, recently end in the scale of, like, it's not like World War II era. After Stalin's death in 1953, the number of prisoners in gulags considerably declined until it was officially closed in 1960. But it says that people remained in Gulag famous Camp Perm 36 until 1987. So there were people in gulags that literally just might be alive now.
Prisoners apiece. If you were unlucky enough to find yourself as one of those prisoners, you would be subject.
Oh, it's fucking horrible, dude. You live in Russia in the Russian winter. You're basically a slave. And you live in negative 20 fucking degree Fahrenheit conditions.
To backbreaking labor, brutality, extreme weather, starvation, and disease. Today on Weird History, we're exploring what life was like for a prisoner in the Soviet Gulag. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe you'd like to hear about next. Okay, time to take a disturbing trip back to the USSR. And we don't mean we're taking a drive in a Moskvich. The Gulag was notorious for imprisoning people based on false or even non-existent charges, including treason, spying.
Bro, dead ass. So they just throw you in there for no reason? Like, you didn't even do anything wrong. They're just fucking chucking you in there?
And anti-revolutionary activity. Sympathy toward anyone perceived to be enemy of the state could also...
Yeah, probably that. Like, if you were somebody that just was anti-communist or anti-USSR... like, notably, somebody would just rat on you, and then you were just fucking thrown into a camp.
Also be punished with a trip to the camps. That means if Rocky had lost Ivan Drago, not only would he have been shipped off to the Gulag, but so would Paulie. And probably the robot as well. The Soviet Union relied on these flimsy pretexts to incarcerate anyone they pleased. But the real reason was the economic value of prisoners as slave labor. Stalin's aggressive 5-year plan, an effort to quickly bring industrialization to the Soviet Union, required a huge amount of labor for its massive construction projects. The only problem...
Bro, and all that for fucking what? Like, whenever I hear about dictators doing some crazy shit, like, bro's dead. Stalin's dead. Hitler's dead, right? Chairman Mao's dead, right? Like, a lot of people that existed that did things that were, you know, horrific. Why, right? Like, they always have this end goal of, like, not necessarily world domination, but ensuing, like, putting their ideologies out there. But, like, you're not even going to be able to see or experience anything that you're doing. Like, they're causing pain to try and achieve something that they deem as good, but it's like, for what? Like, you're just going to fucking die in 40 years anyway. Just be nice to the people around you, you know? Like, why fucking throw people in gulags and ruin their lives?
A lack of knowledgeable and skilled specialists who could do the work. So Stalin's plan created enormous labor camps to get the job done.
They're just evil. I always wonder how that starts, though. Like, there's people that make bad fucking decisions, right? There's people that fuck up. Everybody fucks up, right? Everybody in this chat's fucked up, right? But it's like, this is another level of, like, there's, like, robbers and murderers and people that do all this shit. And then there's, like, Joseph Stalin, who's, like, so beyond human morality where it's, like, you can't even compare him to anyone. Not even just power tripping, chat. It's, like, there's, like, people that are in jail right now for killing, like, 2 people. And they're, you know, they're not good people. But Joseph Stalin is, like, not even on the same scale as them.
He was sketchy facial hair with an ambitious business model that relies on unpaid labor. Sounds like a tech startup CEO to me. Millions of people were arrested, deported to the Gulag, and forced...
Stalin's parents hit him? Bro, there's probably people in chat that have their parents hit him here. hit them here. They're not going to become dictators that murder 12 million people.
Become the builders of Stalin's dream. Camp survivors shared chilling stories of being picked up by secret police and shipped off to the Gulag without a trial. Unsuspecting citizens could be
wow, so just picked up in the middle of the night and just brought to a fucking camp.
Snatched up while at work, in the middle of having a meal at a restaurant, walking down the street, or even asleep in their beds. And Stalin had another steady source of workers that was even more disturbing. The Russian Civil War claimed the lives of over 8 million civilians and 800,000 soldiers, leaving millions of children homeless throughout the 1920s and 30s. Desperate to live, some of these children turned to crime to survive, and were often rounded up and sent to the Gulag to bolster Stalin's workforce. You are never too young to swing a hammer for the motherland. Following a terrible interrogation, prisoners would be loaded onto a cattle car with others, sometimes waiting days for the train to depart for the Gulag. Conditions on the train were subhuman. Prisoners were given nothing.
Holy shit, dude. Just standing. Like, no room to even sit. They're just going to be fucking standing there for however long it takes to get to that fucking gulag on a train track.
Were subhuman. Prisoners were given nothing but salted fish to eat, and the only toilet was a hole in the floor. Many succumbed to dehydration and extreme heat or cold before they even arrived at the Gulag. World War II proved to be another boon for the Gulag, and not in the way you might expect. After the Germans invaded...
I always perceive Gulag starting around World War II, though. This was, like, way before then.
The Western Soviet Union in the summer of 1941, the Red Army beat a hasty, chaotic retreat as Hitler's forces swarmed over the land. Eventually,
and we had to be allied. The U.S. had to be allies with Russia during World War II. Like, while all of this was still going down. Like, the leader, like, the president, like, FDR and fucking... Who was after FDR that dropped the bombs? Short white guy with glasses. Oh, my God, I always forget his fucking name. Truman. Harry Truman and fucking FDR. Dude, both of them had to, like, meet with Stalin. Like, knowing that he's, like, kind of, you know, torturing a lot of his country. And just be like, yeah, no, we're good, bro. Like... We're going to be on the same side. But, I mean, that's why the Cold War just immediately started. Like, motherfuckers knew.
The Soviets regained
Shit was
control,
gonna hit the fan
prompting
after.
Stalin to issue Order Number 270 in 1941.
FDR was before World War II. FDR was president during World War II. He was president until 1945, which is, like, the end of the war. Truman was the one that dropped the bombs. But FDR was president from 1939 to 1945.
Which stated that any Red Army soldier who was captured or retreated would face a terrible punishment. Not only would they have to deal with the consequences of their actions, which in some cases would mean being shipped off to a German POW camp, but in addition, their families would be denied food and potentially be sent straight to the Gulag. Basically,
they were sent to prisoner of war camps with the Germans.
Your options were either win or be slain on the battlefield. Otherwise, your family would be breaking rocks in a labor camp.
Yeah, I mean, that's why everybody was always afraid of the Russian army. I'm not somebody that's like a massive history buff, but I do like learning about history, and it's crazy that like the fear of fighting a Russian soldier had to have been so high because everybody else, not everybody else, but a lot of people that were fighting were there because, you know, they believed that they needed to fight or they were just drafted, and it was like, you know, if they really wanted to try and get out of it, they probably could. They would receive heavy repercussions, but not something that the Russians are doing. Like, you're going into battle knowing that that guy that's fighting you on the Russian side is literally has, this is the best scenario he's in. This is the best place he could be in right now. He's fighting you, and worst case, he dies, right? Best case, he kills you, keeps fighting. And, like, obviously, yeah, that's everybody in war, but, like, he has to be there. He wants to live because if he doesn't fight, his entire family fucking dies. And they'll kill his whole family.
If that wasn't bad enough, Gulag prisoners were assigned to special penal battalions and sent to the front lines of the war. Some would cross minefields, clearing them for other soldiers to cross. Others were effectively used as human shields to protect the good soldiers. Anyone who tried to make a run for it would be gunned down by special blocking units with strict orders to fire upon deserting prisoners. Still, getting blown up by a mine or shot by Germans and or your fellow countrymen might have been a better deal than actually having to live in the Gulag. Following the hellish train
run by gangs
to the Gulag, inmates had to contend with the harsh reality of daily life in the prison, where countless lives were claimed by disease, accidents, violence, and exposure.
Bro, it's wild. Like, where are y'all from, country-wise? Like, I'm going to say we, but I mean this for specifically the people that live in the U.S. Like, it's crazy we were born in the U.S. Like, obviously, with your parents and everybody, they all live here. But, like, whatever. If you were born... Well, it's crazy you were born anywhere. Like, there are people that are just born in, like, North Korea. There's people that are just born in, like just spawn, right? Like, my spawn is the United States. And it feels normal. But people that spawn in Russia, it feels normal. Or the UK, or Sweden, or wherever you guys are saying you're from. Ireland, Finland, Switzerland. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just like, fuck, man. Like, you're just like, you just live in South Africa. Or you just live in fucking Italy. And you're like, yeah, this is I don't know. It's like, it's kind of a different version of Sonder, I guess, but not really, in the sense that it's like, your life seems so normal to you, and everything else seems so abnormal, but, like, the same is said from everybody else. Like, for the people that are watching me that have always lived in South Africa or Ireland or wherever, like, that's so normal to you, but that's so weird to me, right? And vice versa. Like, if you were living in fucking New Jersey, you'd be like, what the hell?
Food was always in short supply, and most camps provided almost no clothing or shelter. The barracks were often nothing more than ramshackle wooden shacks, offering scant protection from the elements. When you consider the fact that some camps were located north of the Arctic Circle, having nothing but a rickety lean-to to shield you from the cold spelled certain doom for a number of prisoners. The only clothing prisoners might receive were padded jackets, with the occasional hat or set of mittens. And what little food they were given lacked nutrition.
Dude, just freezing to death. Literally just freezing to death in fucking Russian winter.
Guards basically controlled every part of a person's life in the Gulag, and their mood could determine how much food, clothing, or water a prisoner would get each day. And the camp's administrators often dangled food in front of desperate prisoners to incentivize them to work harder. It was like being sentenced to an endless team-building exercise, where you're encouraged to die, so your boss has less paperwork. The severe lack of resources led to hoarding. Tobacco, food, shoes, and even sewing needles essentially became a form of currency. Gambling and bartering and fights occurred over these basic items, with prisoners sometimes killing for them. Even though Stalin's regime...
Dude, killing for fucking sewing needles. Holy shit, man.
...regime regularly invented charges to send innocent people to supply their workforces at the Gulag, the camps were also home to actual criminals, including bandits, thieves, and murderers. These real criminals were the elite.
Which is wild, because they might just send you there because you disagree with Stalin, and your fucking cellmates that you're with are, like, actually Russian gang members that, like, murder people.
Of the camp, often sporting specific tattoos related to Russian orthodoxy and culture, and terrorizing other inmates. The gangs controlled virtually every aspect of social life, including who slept where and how food was rationed, and challenging their authority could mean beatings, stabbings, additional hard labor, or worse. Consequently, many prisoners feared the gangs more than the actual guard.
I mean, isn't it similar in, I mean, I don't know about joining gangs in the Russian Gulag, but isn't it really common for people to join gangs in prison as a means of protection? And so it kind of fucks you over when you leave, because then you're kind of like, you know, designated towards them. Just because if you're not a part of a group in like, I'm not just saying like base prison, but like I'm talking like heavy prisons where like there's a lot of like high-profile criminals. No, I'm not talking, like a high-security one. I'm not talking about, like, a fucking white-collar prison or, like, petty crimes.
Stalin's bold...
I'm talking, like, prisons where there's, like, just genuinely rapists and murderers.
Vision of jail, but worse than outside, was no walk in the park for anyone. But women had things especially rough. Many of the female inmates were initially arrested as daughters of enemies of state, meaning they weren't even guilty of any direct offense, real or invented. When they were arrested, mothers were separated from their children, and in the camps, they were expected to perform the same hard labor as men. And even though male and female prisoners were separated, women in the Gulag still faced the threat of being assaulted by guards and male prisoners. Some women were forced to take on Gulag husbands, exchanging sexual favors for protection and better treatment.
Oh my god, dude.
And there weren't exactly safe birth control methods either. When a woman gave birth in the Gulag, the baby stayed with the mother until the age of 2. The combination of poor nutrition, lousy sanitary conditions, and lack of basic necessities tragically cut short many of these infant lives. And some of those who survived developed serious mental and physical ailments. But despite all these abominable conditions, some people managed to find romance in the Gulag, and many accounts of these personal experiences still survive today. In one account, published in Orlando Fages, Just Send Me Word, a true story of love and survival in the Gulag, the story of inmate Svieta and her lost love, Lev, unfold through their letters to each other. When the author interviewed them, he found their love got her through her incarceration. Fages writes, Svieta had much less to say, but she sat with Lev and held his hand. And when I asked her what had made her fall in love with...
Bro, you know how badass the people are that fucking survived Soviet gulags? Like, fuck, man.
Him? She replied, I knew he was my future. When he was not there, I would look for him, and he would always appear by my side. That is love. Exposure to the elements and harsh conditions weren't the only terrible things the Gulag had in store for its prisoners.
Dad lore? Bro, ain't nobody have dad lore like that. Like, your dad just sits down one day. Yeah, I actually survived the Soviet gulag. We lived in freezing conditions, and I only got to eat shitty oatmeal for 6 years. I had to join a gang so I wouldn't die.
Out of the 18 million unfortunate souls incarcerated in the Gulag, many came from diverse professional backgrounds. Doctors, writers, educators, farmers, students, and other people from all walks of life were constantly arrested and shipped off to do
not a raccoon for the 300 biddies.
Hard physical labor, for which they had neither the skill nor the conditioning to safely perform. There's a reason you don't generally hire art students to build a railroad or fix a power line. But Stalin wasn't particularly interested in anyone's well-being. And like most dictators, he'd had the foresight to make it illegal for him to be held accountable for any of his actions.
Wow.
Some inmates cut down trees, while others mined for minerals or did other menial tasks, depending on the camp's location. And since this was years before OSHA was invented, and also Stalinist Russia, safety precautions and personal protective gear weren't given a second thought. Prisoners often worked with no more protection than the clothing they had on their backs, and used primitive hand tools instead of quality equipment, all while working grueling hours in extreme conditions.
How many people were in total in the gulags? 20 million, and 2 million died. So there was a 1 in 10 that you die in the gulag. Throughout all the small labor camps, they held anywhere between 2,000 and 10,000 people. 20 million fucking people, dude.
Conditions. As a result, thousands of lives were claimed by accidents, freezing, and sheer exhaustion. It wasn't uncommon for a prisoner to be literally worked to death. But with a constant supply of new laborers in the form of criminals, orphans, and dissidents being fed into the camps, Stalin and his inner circle hardly noticed. They had bigger fish to fry. One of those bigger fish? The creation of shipping channels and a Russian navy. To make this a reality, 2 new canals needed to be constructed. The canals would run north and south, requiring extensive labor in a short period of time. An impossible amount of work with an equally impossible time frame. Sounds like a job for the unfortunate prisoners of the Gulag. In 1931, thousands of inmates were transported to the construction zones. There, prisoners dug a 30-mile addition to the White Sea-Baltic Canal. The project took almost 2 years and was mostly dug by hand. An estimated...
Dug by hand. Get the fuck out of here, dude. What?
12,000 prisoners lost their lives building the canal, although the actual toll is probably higher. Between 1933 and 1937, the same project unfolded, in much the same way, along the Moscow-Volga Canal. This time, however, it took twice as long and covered 80 miles. The thousands who perished digging the Moscow-Volga addition were buried in the soil before the canal was flooded over. Today, tourists traveling down the Moscow-Volga Canal are actually sailing over...
That's it? Dude, they're sailing over thousands of dead bodies. Oh my God. Like, if you're ever here, you're, like, actually their corpses are under you.
A mass underwater grave. But it was a small price to pay for Stalin to get his Amazon deliveries on time. As you may imagine, escaping the Gulag was a difficult feat. Even if you managed to get past the guards and the dangerous Gulag gangs,
then you're in the middle of
you
the woods.
still had to contend with the harsh Russian wilderness and find your way to a country that wouldn't immediately turn you right back over to Stalin. The only 2 options were Finland and China. For those who actually succeeded in making a great escape, those countries became a safe haven. One notable escape involved a Polish army official named Sławomir Rawicz, who crossed the Himalayas to India on foot. Rawicz dictated the details of his adventure in a 1956...
He fucking fled to India on foot. No. Oh my God. Wait, because the USSR... Hold up. USSR map. Because Russia... I was like, oh, there's other countries between that. But they used to just be Russia. Like Kazakhstan, Mongolia. Like, that's this is what it used to fucking look like. Yeah, these all used to be Russia. Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Belarus, Mongolia. Or where is Mongolia? Ukraine, Moldova, Georgia, Azerbaijan. I never know how to say it. Armenia, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Dude, that's wild. Russia had, like, actually a third of the fucking world's land. So he had to fucking flee to India to get the fuck out.
Book titled The Long Walk. Despite being somewhat disputed, the story inspired the 2010 film The Way Back, starring Jim Sturgis, a fact which is either a tribute or an indictment of Ravich, depending on how you feel about Across the Universe. A verified escape did happen in 1933, involving a man named Vladimir Chernyavin. When he was transferred to Karelia, near the Finnish border, Chernyavin befriended a local peasant who supplied valuable information about the habits of the camp's guards. Chernyavin used this information to find an escape opportunity. Because of his good behavior, guards allowed his wife and son to visit him in the prison. He and his wife established a code to discuss their escape plan, and in the summer of 1933, the family put their plan into motion. During a scheduled
dug through the wall
visit, Chernyavin and his family managed to give the Gulag guard the slip. Per Chernyvin's account, the family crossed rivers, forests, and mountains on their journey. By traveling on foot and camping in the wilderness with few provisions, they managed to elude detection and make it to a hidden boat, which they used to sail to Finland. After establishing their safety in Finland, Chernyavin and his family emigrated to England to live out the rest of their lives. Man, that's a family story that beats the time we got banned from the theme park. At the time,
some survivors are too afraid to discuss their imprisonment.
Time of Stalin's death in 1953, the Gulag held over 3 million prisoners.
Oh my God, they wouldn't talk about it after they got released.
Paper, it had been a comparatively normal work camp administration. But with Stalin gone, the horrors of the camps became publicly known. Not only was it a cruel and inhumane...
The average citizen in Russia didn't know what they were doing?
Humane system, but despite Stalin's insistence that it was necessary to complete his 5-year plan, the Gulag was economically useless. Turns out, you just couldn't trust Uncle Joe. Russia's new premier, Nikita Khrushchev, began a process of de-Stalinization, known as the Thaw, which included the immediate release of millions of Gulag inmates. But even after surviving the Gulag, many were so traumatized by their imprisonment that they remained fearful of discussing it for the rest of their days. The grim legacy of the Gulag is well known to history, but for those who lived through it and their descendants, the wounds may never fully heal. So what do you think? Would you have...
Wow, dude. That is actually nuts. I love that video, though. I love that video, though. I know a lot of people left the stream. I don't give a fuck. That video was amazing. I gotta take a piss, then we're gonna hop into the next one. Coming down, 30 seconds. Chat, next video. Lock in. Police chase takes fatal turn after suspect drives through mall. Should I scan this? I feel like it's rare we watch a police chase. Down on the ground! Down on the ground! Out of the way! Move out of the way!
December 21st, 2024, Kylene, Texas. An insanely reckless chase ends with officers fatally shooting the suspect after he drives his truck into a mall.
Yo, have you seen... Fatally shooting? Holy fuck. Did he have a weapon, or they were just like, we're gonna let it rip on this guy? Probably had a weapon. If he's running. As I was saying, two things. Number one, when you get into a police chase, do you think they're ever actually assuming they're going to get away? Because if the police are chasing you, they know who you are. Like, you have to leave the country now. You know what I mean? I think it's different if you're like a biker and you pull your plate up and the police are chasing you. But if you're like a wanted suspect, they have your plate, they know who you are, you're pulled over in a traffic stop and you run. Like... You have to go to Mexico. Like, what's the plan? You know, like drive home? Like, they're going to figure out where you live. On top of that, did you see the new tech they have to stop? It's impossible to fucking evade police now. Did you see the shit where they drive up to your bumper and they deploy like a grappling hook that rips your tire off? What is that called? That's not new. Okay, maybe it's not new. It's new for me because I haven't seen this shit ever.
wraps around the tire of the fleeing vehicle and stops all forward movement.
Oh, this isn't even what I was envisioning. I saw one that was like a literal grappling hook that shoots out. And it holds on to the car, and then the cop just slams on their brakes, and it just yanks their fucking whole axle off. Like, one guy was driving away. So somebody please find that video. Where the guys drop... Never mind, I found it. The whole axle ripped off. What do you think that guy was thinking right there? Car releases the grappling device, full sits on the brakes, probably puts on the parking brake. This guy just starts backing up and fucking, you know, slamming on the gas. Back two tires are gone. Get out. What are you going to get out and run? See, like, what did it just do there? Like, he tapped the bumper and it, like, grabbed that wheel, but it stayed on the car. And he just pulls the guy to a stop. What is this fucking weird ass... What am I watching? Like a Google PowerPoint? What is this fucking music?
Into a mall, injuring several others in the process. The chase began after the suspect evaded a traffic stop on the I-35 and drove into the mall's parking lot after exiting.
So I got my yellow markers on. Moving to the middle lane now. Yeah, I got eyes on you. He's approaching, still middle lane, about 30 yards from the bridge. Trying to keep traffic off him. I just need you to stop. Yeah, just freeze. We're gonna come up on you shortly.
Y'all think you evade police in a police chase? I think I get pretty far, and I miscalculate how fast I'm going, and I try to take an exit, and I just flip, turn, nail into a tree, wrap around, I'm red mist. I don't think they get me. I think I die. I think I full floor it. I'm not taking any safety precautions, and it's just like red mist. I'm instantly dead.
Waterburger now. Yes, sir. Sorry about that.
They would get you? Well, it depends what car they're driving.
Still rolling middle lane.
I gotta say, though, I agree with the take. If you are a civilian, I don't know why I'm saying it like this. If you're not a police officer and you're looking for a new car and you buy a white Ford Explorer, you're a douchebag. Is that a common consensus that we could have? I think that is a car that is only for police officers. If you are looking for a new car and you go, I want to buy a white or black Ford Explorer, and I'm going to tint the windows, you're insane. You're insane. That's like why that car? What about that car is that appealing? I know they're fast, but it's like, who cares?
Just freeze where you are.
It looks like a cop car. It's just a cop car. No, I don't think anybody in the United States that sees a white or black Ford Explorer thinks anything but that's a cop car.
Approaching Salotsky. He's jumping all the way to the right lane. Picking it up on the right lane if you can start moving over, passing the Mexican grill. Good copy right there.
Bro, I was driving on the highway the other day, and it was a 3-lane highway, and there was so much traffic, and I was going, what the fuck? Sitting there just inching forward. End up getting to this car. There was no shoulder on the road. It was on a bridge. They broke down. Nightmare. That's the worst spot to break down, by the way. If you're driving and you break down on like a fucking 3-lane highway on a bridge, no shoulder on the road, you're just parked in the middle of the highway. And I saw them in the rear view. They were just sitting here like this. And he's on the phone. And I'm like, dude, I feel so bad. Because everybody probably hates him. You know? Because it's not even his fault, though. But it's like, fuck, what the worst spot to break down. Is this the guy they're pulling over?
10-4, this black one with the
10-4. We got a Ram. We got a Ram truck that I'm attempting to pull over. Here, over. Might be trying to evade. Over.
296, David Victor 60.
How long do they follow you until they fucking pit maneuver your ass? Like a minute? Oh, is he already doing it? Oh, he's already doing it. That was not long at all. That was like 20 seconds. I feel... Yeah, we're not slowing down. All right, well, let's flip his car. They should equip cop cars with, like, fucking battering rams. Just like a full metal cage on the front. I know sometimes they'll have, like, reinforced front bumpers, but, like, just a fucking metal. Just metal. Wham! Just rip it.
Been unsuccessful. Okay, can you advise DPS and name pursuit? Notify Temple. We're coming up on
Speed limit 75. Where the fuck are we? Huh? Speed limit 75, bro. People casually going 100 on this road. That's in Texas? God damn, dude. I don't think I've ever seen a speed... What's the highest speed limit y'all ever seen? I've seen 70. I see 70 often. I've never seen 75. That's got to be the highest speed limit in the U.S. 80? You've seen an 80. Where? That's got to be in the desert, bro. An 80? Because people averagely on a highway go like 10 to 20 over the speed limit. So if you have a 75 speed limit, people are casually going 95 on this. Taking the old bonus lane as a getaway.
right shoulder, speed 74.
Why do you think he's running? I never understand that. When it's like a base traffic violation and they're like, I'm going to run. Do you think he has like something in his car or like a warrant? That would be the only way. Because I'm like, now you are just basically going to get a ticket into full-on arrest. And you're also in a truck. Like, I don't want to say I get when... If you're in like a Dodge Challenger, you know, I get you. I'm not saying I get it. You shouldn't run. But, like, you know, there's a chance you evade. In the sense of, like, you have a fucking supercharged V8. Like, you might get out. Or on a bike. Well, a lot of bikers don't even get chased because they just bend their plates. It depends on the state. And the rulings on, like, whether or not the cops are allowed to pursue you. They'll just bend their plates up and then just fucking rip it. And they're going, like, 110. The police car's full stopped when they catch you. So there's just not even a chance. There's no chance they catch you. But then there's a lot of bikers that do that, get chased, and then die. And get, like, decapitated. Because if you're going 110 on a bike and you crash, there's actually zero chance you live. They're going like 200. And I wouldn't say they're going 200. On a highway, I feel like they're going like 130. They're not going 200 miles an hour. Car would fucking... Do bikes go 200 casually on a highway? That'd be so scary, bro. Hitting a rock. That's why I can never... I would love to own a motorcycle. I would never drive that shit on a highway. I'd be so scared that you're going 70, you just rip a pebble and just fall off. Just wear a helmet. Oh, yeah, that'll help for when my entire rib cage slams into an oak tree going 75. Oh, thank God I'm wearing a helmet.
Still on the right hand shoulder, picking it up, speed 90.
How fast do you think they're going? I'm gonna be real, this feels like a pretty slow chase. Like, they're not really passing these cars very quick. Do you think as cars get more inventive, there's going to be like a feature that's... I don't know. I'm wondering if there's ever going to be a moment where if there's like a feature in a car that's high tech 10, 15 years from now, where like cars are half AI driven, half individually driven, where if you're getting like pulled over by the cops, it just shuts off your car. Like you can't, like you're not allowed to just run. But then people, I think that would happen outside of the U.S. I feel like there's already cars that do that. Yeah, they already have. But that's if it's stolen. That's if your car's stolen, it'll do that.
Copy, I just turned up all.
This really would feel like a GTA wanted level though. Like, what do you do? Where do you go? Like, I wouldn't know where to drive. You literally have like 3 cop cars that are chasing you. Where do you go? This is a 3-star. This is a 3-star wanted level. Once he hits the Walmart or whatever he crashes into, that's like a 5 instantly. He's gonna drive home. Oh, I thought it was a rule. If I make it home before you pull me over, I'm free to go. This is my property.
North on the WSM. North on WSM.
Call Lester. Do you think a cop would find that? Okay, say a young cop pulls you over for speeding, and you're on the phone, and he's like, "Sir, do you know why you pulled you over?" And you're like, "Sorry," and you just show him the phone, and it's like caller ID Lester. Just give me a minute. I'll handle this. Yeah, so how much is it going to be? 120? Oh, 180? Okay.
Going into the clean.
All right, so my guy said I'm free to go.
Mall. Into the clean mall.
Walmart, lots of people.
We're looping back around here.
Hold up, officer. Can you go in first person?
After leading officers through the parking lot, he turns into the doors of JCPenney, hitting 14 people as he drives through the mall. Police pursue.
What? Oh my God, I thought they said, okay, well, in the 14 people in the doors of JCPenney? I thought they were saying he was running over people in the parking lot. Damn, I gotta scan this. Oh, jump cuts. Oh God, bro, this seems nerve-wracking. Why do they shoot it? Do they shoot him because he hit people or because he pulls out a gun? I don't know, we gotta find out.
Hitting 14 people as he drives through the mall. Police pursue him on foot.
No way he just hard cuts into the mall.
20 quick rotates.
Where was he gonna go? This is, oh my God. I just at this point, it's just like, I'm gonna wreak havoc. Where is he going? Like, you're gonna pull into the mall and what, get out onto like the main hallway floor and then shoot out another fucking direction? Yeah, get out onto the food court, take the escalator up. Like, what the fuck?
Down on the ground! Down on the ground!
Wow, he's deep in the mall already.
Down! Out of the way! Out of the way! Move out of the way!
At this point, officers fire nearly 60 rounds at the suspect, fatally injuring him before he can drive to more crowded areas in the mall.
60 rounds? It does make sense. He doesn't have a weapon, but he is technically almost fatally injuring multiple people. Like, he's running over people in a mall. Wow. Holy fuck!
Shots fired!
Bro, they're just mag dumping. Who the hell is this? Is that an off-duty cop? Oh my God. Dude, as thank fuck this as fuck as this is terrible this happened at all. Thank fuck this happened in modern day where like malls aren't overcrowded. Because him railing into a JCPenney 10 years ago would have killed like 40 people. Like, instantly. Dude, mall, like, there's like a playground here. Like, I remember going to a mall when I was 5, dude. There was no room for anybody. There's people everywhere. I mean, they might have cleared out too, but wow. There's no way he's still driving. I think they killed him and he died on the gas pedal. I might have full screen for this. Oh, no, they blur it. Dude, and it's so fucked because it's like, all you want to do is go, bro, why the fuck would you do that? Like, why would you, we were going to fucking pull you over for a ticket, and then you run through a mall and almost kill fucking 10 people. And, like, they're never even going to be able to ask him. Panic? Bro, that's a different level of panic to be like, I'm just going to drive through a fucking JCPenney window.
Hey, we need a hands team. We need a hands team in the cover.
I'd be worried the car would I mean, I don't know how. I feel like that's a lot of movie trope shit, but I'd be worried the car would fucking explode, dude. They just shot 60 rounds into the fucking car. It was just revving nonstop. It's smoking.
All right. Is it locked up? Hey, we have EMS on the way? Yeah, we got EMS. We need EMS. We got a lot of
EMS, bro. You're going to need ambulances for the people he ran over.
EMS coming. Clean Mall, JCPenney.
Cars don't just blow up. I know that. But when you shoot 60 rounds into the fucking car, like, look at the bullet holes.
Hey, who are you? EMT. All right. Do you have anybody? No. Hold on. Hey, I'll grab him if we. Yes, y'all ready? Let's go. Over here. I think we need to come around from the other side. Hey, can we get one on the other side of the truck? What we got? No, here, let me pull this up for you. Come on. There you
go. Has this ever happened to this extent before? I feel like I've seen videos of people crashing into like Domino's and other fast food places, but I feel like usually it's like they're drunk, they crash, and then pass out. Like, I don't think I've ever seen somebody try to evade the police by crashing into a building and then driving through the mall.
No, just him. So it'd be easier to get just one. It'd be easier to get him out that side. Hey, I think it's...
Maybe I'm too much of an empath. I feel bad for both sides. I get what you're saying in that, like, damn, they killed him. But they did the right thing, right? As fucked as that. Like, yeah, they mag dumped into his car. Bro, he's driving a souped-up truck railing through a mall. Like, he's gonna kill people. So they had to like, he kept driving. If they didn't shoot him, he would have kept driving through the mall. Probably would have hit more people, and then maybe have gotten away. Not gotten away, but gotten out, and then they would have had to keep following him.
Hey, let's take him out the other door. All right.
They fucking shut the car off? Oh my god, this is 4 days before Christmas.
Hey, I don't have anything other than tourniquet on me. Let's go and detain him, though, just in case.
Bro, that guy's dead. What do you mean, let's go and detain him? Is he breathing? Oh Oh my God, dude, right before Christmas, there's probably so many people in the mall, actually. Because I feel like even though malls are dead now, I feel like malls get packed around holidays.
Was he hit? There's one in the back. Check the head. Let's check the head first.
Because I was going to say, there's like, he only drove through the JCPenney, 14 people he hit instantly.
Yeah,
we've got eyes.
This way. No one right there. Yeah. One right there.
Oh, they're looking at his wounds? Wow, bro. Holy shit, man. Like, does this store shut down for a week now? Like, it's ruined. And are the people that were at the fucking... I saw one lady that was laying down at the front when he drove by. It didn't look like she got hit, but she, like, fell over.
Go have some coffee.
Oh my God, like, you're the manager of the store? What do you even do?
I'm going to have to give a statement, and we're going to...
Oh, this was the woman. She might have gotten, like, clipped as the car drove by.
Hey, where's suspect? Back there on the right.
Oh, dude, it looks like she got hit, like, dead on.
Hey, he's gonna run around. Right here.
Oh my God, bro. Learned that he was in the Army for 6 years, did a few assignments in Haiti and Saudi Arabia. Schultz was a helicopter mechanic. He was a good personnel review and an honorable discharge with no disciplinary issues. Oh, he had a previous charge of a DUI. It was on 4 days before Christmas. You know the mall was packed. Yeah, I didn't even see that till the end. What did the dude think he was going to do? Had a big-ass highway to speed on and he chose to flee into a JCPenney? Dude was a psychopath. That's what I'm saying, bro. I feel like it's just because they know they're getting followed and, like, they're not losing them. So it's like, well, I got to come up with something. In 1991, George Hennard drove his pickup truck through a Luby's restaurant in Killeen, Texas, and killed 23 people. I understand why these officers fired 60 shots at this guy. Oh, my God, dude. When there's kids walking in, like, he was right next to the playground at the mall. There's probably so many people that had to, like, flee into the fucking stores. Like, it sucks that happened. I think that's, like, the feeling that you get is, like, holy shit, this sucks. But it's, like, you get why they fucking shot the guy, dude. All right. Well, that was an interesting video. Solo Werpy and he left at the taser, but didn't see the pepper spray coming.
June 2024.
Do you actually watch suggestions? There are 8 videos today, and I would say 6 of them you guys suggested. And 2 of them I found. And also just may have been suggested. That's why I shout it out all the time. I think it makes my content better if I'm able to watch that you guys want me to watch. And play games that you guys want me to play. Obviously, if you send a video in the video session tab or the game session tab, that doesn't mean that I'm going to play it or watch it. It's just like, now it's there, and there's a potentiality.
In late June 2024, police were dispatched for a trouble with party call in La Crosse, Wisconsin. The caller reported that her 59-year-old brother named Edward was experiencing a mental crisis, screaming and damaging property. She also mentioned that he carried a knife and that she had locked herself in the bathroom for safety. The previous day, police had been called to the same address after a neighbor reported that Edward was outside yelling and swearing while holding a shovel. Additionally, he was currently out on bond from a prior arrest for resisting after he had barricaded himself in a hotel.
How rambunctious would you have to be for somebody to, like, actually call the police on you outside of your house? Like, if you guys walked outside right now and were just swinging a shovel around, I don't think anybody would do anything. You would have to be like, I'm gonna f***ing free. Like, you would have to be saying some crazy
hotel room. He is also a convicted felon and registered offender from an incident that occurred in 1999.
Hello, what's going on? Did you call, ma'am?
Yes, I want him removed from his property.
Okay, what's going on?
Is that the sister?
He is very abusive. He has rearranged my mom's whole house.
Okay.
He cannot stay here. It's my other brother's house.
Okay.
And he was just released from jail the other day.
Okay.
Because he barricaded himself into a motel room.
Okay. So what did he do today? Here.
He's screaming and hollering. Her central air won't work no more because he broke it in there.
How did he break it?
It just won't work.
I know,
The
but did he
furnace won't work,
did he like
nothing.
hit it or
And
smash
he
it?
cannot be here. He's a sex offender.
Okay.
And the school's right up this hill.
Okay, I'll go talk to him. He's out here?
Yeah, he's out there.
Okay. Hi, Ed.
You got some security card?
I do.
Bro, he had to have heard the entire conversation. I thought he was gonna be like out back over on the other side of the fucking home. He was literally like 10 fucking feet away.
That's it?
No. What's going on today?
Bro just asked to see his social security card.
Okay. Were you yelling and screaming inside at all?
Hell no, I've been outside.
Okay.
No, he was screaming at me out here.
Screaming at him outside?
Oh my god, what dickhead just turned on a fucking lawnmower, dude? Are you kidding me? What, we fucking turn it off to hear the conversation? Oh yeah, what a great time to mow my lawn. Okay, dude.
Okay. Yeah, can you shut that off so I
Oh, sorry. I was just, I mean, I thought you guys were going to be here for a while. I was just going to get some lawn work done.
can hear?
I'm outside.
He goes into the shed and gets the weed whacker. He's like, dude, can you stop? He was like, well, you told me to turn off the lawnmower. He comes out with like a scythe. Just starts like hand cutting the grass.
I see you're
Quieter and quieter ways to cut.
outside. Were you yelling at her outside
No,
here?
I'm screaming at God. You know that.
Why are you screaming at God?
Screaming in love.
What's that?
In love.
You're in love? Okay, that's
Weird.
good. Unfortunately, though, you can't be screaming outside if it's causing a disturbance, and
I
you're.
didn't disturb anybody.
Well, you disturbed her, and that's why I'm here. She called us.
She didn't call you.
She did, yeah.
Dispatch didn't call you.
What?
Dispatch from downtown did not call you.
I don't know what you're talking about, Ed.
Can I see you still squeaking?
No, you can't.
Who just carries that on them? Nobody carries that on them. What the fuck do you mean? Is he like misspeaking and asking for a badge right now? Nobody just has that.
Real police officer.
I do. That's not safe. That's like, you realize if you lose that, you have to go through like so many hoops to get that back.
Yep.
That's a real sheriff.
Thank God.
Yeah, what's he gonna do to you?
He's not gonna do anything to me.
I don't know.
So I don't know why we keep coming back here, Ed, to have,
But you
to
come
have
back
issues
for no
with you.
reason. You
Well-
chase me all over. You arrest me for no reason.
I'm here because they're
They
claiming
didn't
you were
sail
being
across-
disorderly.
They didn't sail me. Who let themselves out of there? I walked. They were right behind me.
I don't know what you're talking about, Ed.
What about that room you built?
I didn't build any
Is he on drugs?
rooms.
Room you built.
You know, for rude.
Are you feeling okay today, Ed?
Yes, sir. Hi,
Okay.
police officer. Hey, where you are, sheriff?
We were here yesterday because of you.
Bro, this makes me fucking remember something. This is so off topic. I was scrolling on TikTok the other day and Kodak Black was live and it showed up on my For You page. Bro, he needs to get help. He was on live, like, just mumbling. Like, literally just like, yeah, I like her. I'm like, bro. And everybody's like, dude, are you okay? And he's not reading anything. He's just live. And he's just like carrying around his phone and he's like sweating profusely. He was on like perks or like, but like an absurd amount. Like he was not there.
You're not. You're lying. Wasn't
He's an addict? Well, dude, I thought he got better. And then I was seeing clips of him. What streamer did he go on? It was Kai. He went on Kai's stream and that was a whole fucking problem. And then he went on somebody else's stream and he like wouldn't leave. I think it was Aiden Ross. I think it was Aiden Ross's stream. He like went behind a curtain and like hid there and wouldn't come out. And Aiden was like, dude, what the fuck? And he had to like pay his friend to go get him to like leave or something. I don't know.
You may have forgotten, but I was here yesterday.
Didn't he do something bad? I don't know. What, he just like takes drugs on their stream.
And
you.
Yep, I was here. So we can't continue to keep coming back here because
I
you're
don't know why he
out
does.
causing disturbances.
I haven't said shit, have I?
I wasn't here when you said anything, but they're claiming that you were out here yelling and screaming at people.
You said you weren't here.
Right. I don't understand what you're trying to say. Can you hang out with him for a minute? I'm going to talk to Mom inside.
The officer then went inside to speak with the tenants. They reported Edward was behaving very unruly and everyone...
All right, I understand. Okay, side note.
I understand what you're trying to say. Can you hang out with him for a minute? I'm going to talk to Mom.
I understand them ripping the mower because they were half done. Do you see how they're half done the lawn? That would really bother me. Even if there was a whole situation going on, like I couldn't half mow a lawn and then just leave and then have to come back at another time. Like, no, you got to get that. That's one sitting. It could start raining and I'm going to keep mowing.
Mom inside.
The officer then went inside to speak with the tenants. They reported Edward was behaving very unruly and everyone in the house wanted him out.
I'll work on getting him out of here. Okay?
Thank you.
You bet. So, Ed, according to everybody inside, you can't be here any longer.
Yep.
So, do you have a place to go?
Yep. Sure do. I'll get there tomorrow.
Okay. Well, we're going to be here until you're leaving because you can't be here anymore. So go ahead and collect your things and you can start heading to wherever you're heading to.
Still got your room at the Quality, yeah?
Go ahead and collect your things, Ed.
I'm getting them right now. I'm smoking a cigar first.
What's that?
Yeah. She said no.
Oh, yeah. Well, she just told me that she wants you to leave.
She said, why you leave?
Well, my name's not Ed. She said I want Ed to leave.
I don't think she said that.
Do you have anything in the trailer there?
We're not going to sit here.
Bro, that's like, I don't want to say this is more fucked up because he's the brother. If he was like a ex-husband that was just like mad about the marriage ending and was just trying to rub it in and be annoying, I don't want to say I would get it more of him being like a disturbance, but like this is like your sister's house, bro. Or not your sister's house. It's like your sister and your brother, like you're related to these people and they're like, bro, leave. And you're like just being a dick.
While you smoke a cigar, you need to get up and collect your things and leave the property.
Sexually harassing me.
The alternative's going to
sexually harassing you.
Be to go to jail for disorderly conduct.
Back to jail yet for no charges?
Disorderly conduct is a possibility.
I am not cutting your f***ing.
Well, I was called.
How is this gonna scale to them fucking tasing him?
Called here because you were yelling and screaming at your sister, creating a disturbance. That's why we were called here. And we're willing to let you leave if you have somewhere else to go without going to jail, but if you're refusing to leave, then you're going to go to jail. I'd rather not do that. So that decision is yours, but I'd like you to make a smart decision and just get up, collect your things, and go wherever you want to go. I think that sounds pretty reasonable. Unfortunately, you don't have a while.
I have one thing, but I ain't got to figure out where I'm going to go.
You said you had a place to go, right?
Figure out where you're gonna go. What are you, fucking hitchhiking? Just walk off the property. You could be like fucking 100 yards down. Start walking down the road. Be like, okay, I'm gonna go over here. He's gonna ponder it in the lawn chair.
How about you don't think about our tennis shoes and you think about where you're gonna go?
I'm trying, but you keep interrupting me.
Well, you need to move your body.
Why are you starting to get me? I have done something wrong. You arrested me last time for nothing.
I've never arrested you for anything. We need you to leave while we're here.
Why don't you pack while you think? Why don't you pack them up while you figure out where you're going to go?
I got to think.
You can't think and pack?
Can't multitask. The whole packing and thinking thing, that's a no-go. He's got to be dead still.
At the same time?
No. I do one thing at a time.
Well, yeah, we're not gonna play games with you.
He's got to philosophically ponder it while he puffs his cigar like an old man smoking a pipe.
You need to get up and
go back to the Quality Inn. Last time I got posted up there, though, that was a problem.
Move, or you're gonna come with us.
What?
Why do you just get so angry?
Same time.
I do one thing at a time.
What the fuck just happened? He just pivoted.
Well, yeah, we're not gonna play games with you. We need you to get up and move, or you're gonna come with us.
What?
Do not get aggressive with us.
I ain't. I'm just standing here. Around by the front house with my family.
You're gonna stay outside.
I don't know where you're gonna go. I'm going to house my family.
They don't want you inside.
You should have done. Open the door if you can.
He's in like denial.
Ed, you're not gonna go inside the house. You're not gonna go inside the house, Ed.
Oh,
no. You're gonna get tased. Stop.
Stop. Tase my ass.
Put your hands behind your back.
Oh, yeah. Love that.
It makes that noise? Nah, that's scary as fuck. I've never heard that noise from a taser before. What? The fucking charge sound? Yeah, that's like schedule. Bro, whenever I've heard a taser in the body cam videos, it's always just the Not the like it's charging. I feel like I'm kidding. I feel like you're in like a fucking Black Ops 3 game.
Put your hands behind your back.
Oh, yeah. Lovely. What's the matter?
Put your hands behind your back.
No.
Relax. Do it now.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Put your hands behind your back.
No.
Oh my god, wait, he actually ate that shit.
Put your hands behind your back now. Give me your hands. 904 taser deployed. Put your hands behind your back. Your hands.
How painful is getting tased? Like, I watch these, I have no idea. Because I watch these videos, and it just seems, it's horrible. Like, what is it relating to? Is there something on Google that's like, what does getting tased feel like? Yeah, obviously it's like an electrical current going through your body. Have you ever played one of those games with like a ball that shocks you? One of these. I had one of these when I was a kid. You would play like hot potato with it. And dude, these would shock the fuck out of you. And you would hold on to it, and if you caught it and it shocked you, you weren't able to drop it because your hands would just tense around the ball, and you would just go, and your arms would be stun locked. I'm just imagining that, but your whole body. Like, you just, like, because they always go limp. So it's just, like, I'm assuming you just physically can't move. Like, it's just, like, every muscle in your body just tenses, and you just feel yourself getting, like, shocked. Like, static shock, but everywhere.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Oh my god, he's just... Wait, why does it look like silly string? It's actually silly string, though. Imagine he's like... He's like, I think Tim pranked me at the office earlier. Why do I have fucking... He gave his... Oh my god, his kid had a birthday party same day. He goes... I gotta leave. I gotta leave. My son Jimmy's probably causing him havoc right now.
Put your hands behind your back now. Give me your hands.
Oh, now it hurts.
Put your hands behind your back.
That's right.
Put your hands behind your back.
Relax.
Give me your hands.
My brother.
Put your hands behind your back.
What did he just say?
Do it now. Get your hands behind your back.
Oh my god, you're killing me.
Put your hands behind your back. Let go.
I don't want to say them tasing him would do nothing, but it would make it so he's not able to put... Like, maybe it would make him listen because it hurts, but... If he's in this position and they tase him, they're not going to be able to grab his hands because now he's just going to tense even more. Like, it's going to make it harder for them to arrest him.
That one? Yep.
Why get these gonna break my
Relax.
I need a shredder. Oh, yeah, son of a fantastic in my eyes. Yeah. Help me, Ronnie, please.
Stand up.
Yeah.
God, imagine being the neighbor, dude.
Yeah, you want to steal my fangs, man, I bet. All right, stop. They're right, baby. Right in front of your eyes. They're down in my pocket. Good. Hey, look at the
The guy comes back out and just starts mowing the lawn again. Oh, no. While this is happening, he's like, the grass just starts shooting out of the one spot, just starts hitting him in the fucking head. Dude, could you just mow the lawn later? I'm sorry, man. It's just like, it's really upsetting me. It's like half done.
Let's walk over to the gray car there. Passenger side. Good start to a Sunday morning.
Did you get a good connection on those?
Sunday morning? Oh my God.
Yeah, he went through several cycles, but every time he would pull up the cord, so I'd have to deploy another probe. What's he doing today? Oh, not well. More aggressive today. He tried to, after he told him he had to...
Oh, so they know this guy. Like, they've dealt with this guy multiple times.
Even that he's going to get arrested if he didn't. He tried to get back into the house and then became resistive and wrap both arms around that freaking post of the deck there. They couldn't free him, so several cycles with the taser and spray, and he still fought until we forced him. You know, he didn't really. He'd get through a cycle and then he would rip the cords. You know, so I'd have to deploy another probe into him to get a connection, and then it'd go through another cycle, and he'd do the same thing. I'm gonna take him down to Gunnarsson for med clearance, and hopefully he'll.
Oh, it's aggravating me so much that he can't get the wires in the fucking Ziploc bag. Oh my God, that's upsetting me so much. I'd be like, dude, just fucking just zip it. Just zip it.
I mean, it seems a little calmer.
Like, he literally was going like this, and it would just pop back out every time.
A little bit. Just don't know he's going to jail and that he fought with us. They wanted him gone, and I think him going into the house is just going to give us more problems. Yep. Want your window down, Ed? We'll get your face rinsed off as soon as we get down to the hospital. All right, Ed,
oh my God, I forgot to get pepper spray.
Let me get you cleaned up, okay?
All right, take your time, sir. Go ahead. I can get out.
Swing your feet out.
I can get out, sir. Don't help me.
I'm just going to help you so you don't fall.
Oh, you snot everywhere.
I can get out a lot easier.
Okay.
We all can. We know how to get out. Oh, that's up to my shoulder. See, not a problem.
All right.
Hey, how you doing?
During
oh no!
The arrest,
no. Why was he so happy?
Officer also sustained a laceration to his arm that required medical treatment.
The officer did, or he did?
I get up.
Hold on. Okay, you get your seatbelt. Okay.
I get it.
Okay. Bench for you.
You want me to kneel so you can take these off?
Nope, you can have a seat.
You sure you want to take these off?
The jail staff will come and take those off.
All right.
As a result, Edward was charged with felony resisting an officer causing injury, misdemeanor counts of disorderly conduct, bail jumping, and he was subsequently released on a $1,000 signature bond. As of July 25th, the court determined that Edward was not competent to stand trial. He has been ordered to undergo treatment, and the case has been suspended until January.
What does that mean, though? Like, he has to go get, like, psychiatric help? Like, he has to go live in a facility? Somebody said it means he's guilty. Well, the whole unfit to stand trial, a lot of the time they'll plead insanity for, like, big, like, murder cases. But for that, if it's like he's unfit to stand trial, he's not going to get charged with, like, prison sentence time. He has to go do other stuff. Yeah, somebody said mental hospital, he's being held. No, I don't think he's going to I don't think he's going to stay in jail. Lillian Land for the sub. Swigalicious and Frank for the sub. Boggy for the thread. Joe, be for real. If you were the neighbor, are you taking a look? Dude, if I hear the rustle, yeah, I'm going to be the whole time. You're going to be through the window, dude. You're going to be fucking, you're going to be like, what's going on? Not binoculars. Houses were like 20 feet apart.